episode number 399 live. And together we will continue to be the late night place to be, the most must-see show on Twitch and YouTube TV. And without a shadow of a doubt, the single most electrifying wrestling promotion on the planet and the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. We are the Archiverse TV. Welcome to YTD Academy, episode number 6. And man, oh man, we're getting closer and closer to that second annual Halloween Havoc stream per-view. It is the next big stream per-view of 2022 here at the Archiverse, and it is going to be one hell of a thrill ride with 3 brands, all competing for bragging rights, supremacy, championship gold, and of course, they are all looking to be immortalized amongst the wrestling gods. Tonight, we have 9 matches on the card, which is a bit of a big card for a YTD Academy show, but we have 2 championships that for the first time ever and possibly the final time ever are going to make an appearance on YTD Academy. The Pure Championship Wrestling belts are going to be defended here tonight, both the men's and the women's. In addition to some of our YTD Academy champions being tested, we also have a bit of a faction war going on here tonight. It is going to be a fire afternoon of wrestling here at the Archiverse, and of course, more importantly, over on YouTube at YTD Academy. Episode 6, episode 399 for the Archiverse. Only one more till the big 400. And I just realized I do not have my dashboard open, so let me go ahead and do that. There we go. All right, that way I could actually see when people wander on into the chat. All right, so yes, one more until episode number 400. Incidentally, that will be Wednesday evening for the edition of the Archiverse Wrestle Wars, which is very convenient indeed, because of course Wrestle Wars has a great history and goes back further in the history of the Archiverse than does Starrcade or YTD Academy, so it is very fitting that episode number 400 will be this Wednesday night, and it will be, of course, on the episode of the Archiverse Wrestle Wars. It's going to be a celebratory evening, a night of reminiscing and discussions about past episodes, happenings, and transpiring events over the past 400 episodes. I'm sure Glenola and Christian Cool and many people will have some stories about things that they've enjoyed, found amusing, or outright funny to do with the show over the course of 400 episodes. I mean, we've had some great rivalries, awesome storylines. You know, the feuds have always been top-notch. And we have a fantastic community, first and foremost, which is, of course, what got us to the point we're at. 400 episodes. Tonight, 399. We are heading into the final push before Halloween Havoc, which is, of course, Sunday night. So this week, there will be no championship matches. This is the final day for championship title belts to be fought over. After tonight, there will be no more championship matches until the stream per-view, which is, of course, again, Sunday night, Halloween Havoc, the second annual Halloween Havoc here at the Archiverse. It is going to be a fantastic time. But, again, we have a fantastic show tonight. We've got 7 championship matches. We've got a faction war. We've got 2 championships that, for the first time ever, will make an appearance on the show. Possibly, and more than likely, the last time you'll ever see them on the show. Who knows? I mean, never say never in professional wrestling. You know what they say. But before we get started, we, of course, have some dirt sheets to have a look at. We're also going to have a look at the Archiverse dirt sheets, which is, of course, the trash can. We're going to see what's going on in the trash can. And then, of course, we're going to have Between the Ropes. And as of right now, I am the only host that will be serenading you with my wonderful voice for the afternoon, unless somebody else decides to join me at some point. That could happen. You never know. I'm not really sure what people's plans are for the day. Needless to say, the show must go on, and it is time for YTD Academy episode number 6. Heading into the final push, 7 championship matches, 9 matches in total, and it is going to be a hell of a good time. But, again, before we get there, we're going to have a look at the dirt sheets and see what is crack-a-lackin'. So one thing that I seen right off the hop from WrestlingNews.co, this is by Paul Davis, and it looks like WWE is making major changes to pay-per-view events in 2023. So that's interesting. So again, that's by Paul Davis, WrestlingNews.co. So there are even more changes expected in WWE, and you'll see them in the next calendar year. Brian Alvarez reported today on his Super Followers Twitter account that WWE has officially scrapped the Day 1 pay-per-view. That was first reported earlier today by Brandon Thurston at WrestleNomics.com. Alvarez also noted that there will likely be more international shows and less gimmick shows. If that's the case, then we will see less shows such as Extreme Rules or Hell in a Cell. The company has received criticism from fans and critics who feel that a match like Hell in a Cell should be protected instead of being used because it's that time of year, and I 1,000% agree with that, by the way. Just saying. The same would apply to a show like TLC or Extreme Rules. And again, we've said this over and over again. We've talked about this before. Those should be matches that are utilized for a specific purpose, and it makes it more exciting, not just because it's that time of year and it's time to have some ladder matches. No, we need to do away with that. We also need to bring back King of the Ring. The King of the Ring pay-per-view should have never disappeared. As far as I was concerned, it was just as prestigious as SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble. You know? But anyways, no other details are available right now, but this is the latest change in the post-Vince McMahon era. Several names have been brought back in the last couple months, and there have been several changes made on the weekly shows. It looks like 2023 could see additional big changes to the product, and that's really no surprise. I expect more big changes over the next calendar year anyways. So there's that, right? All right, let's see what else is going on here. Finn Balor, according to Wrestling Headlines, calls Chris Jericho a legend of the business, and Chris Jericho responded. So let's have a quick look at that. This is published by Joey G and WWE News. WWE Rumors and Spoilers. Finn Balor calls Chris Jericho a legend of the business. Jericho responds. It says WWE superstar Finn Balor recently did an interview with Superstar Crossover where the Judgment Day members had this to say about current ROH World Champion and top AEW talent Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, and this is a quote, Chris Jericho is not only an AEW legend, not only a WWE legend or a Japanese wrestling legend, he is a legend of this business. He's an incredible performer. He's been able to adapt and change his character to suit multiple generations, and I feel like he is a treasure of this industry. I absolutely agree with that. It didn't take long for the Oko to respond to the Prince. He took to Twitter to not only thank Balor, but reveal that he is also a huge fan of his work as well. Jericho writes, "Thank you, Finn Balor. I think you know I'm your biggest fan, and if you don't, you know now." And he put hashtag moonpose. So a nice moment between Chris Jericho and Finn Balor there on Twitter. And as they should have a high praise for one another. I mean, they are both amongst the best in the world, right? They really are. Absolute fantastic performers inside the ring, well-respected outside the ring. I mean, you couldn't ask for two better superstars to represent either any company, much less, Jericho representing AEW and Finn Balor, of course, internationally, as well as across the United States and North America, representing the WWE. So, but anyways, let's see what else is happening. Chris Jericho, this is Ringside News. Chris Jericho didn't buy a word of Bray Wyatt's WWE return promo. So again, it's Ringside News. and it was published by Amit Shukla. So Chris Jericho, just give me 1 second. I'll catch up on the chat here. Oh, Joe Link in the house. What's going on, guys? I see you in there, Glenola. It still trips me out when I see Night Breeze. What's everybody doing? What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome into episode number 399. 399. Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely phenomenal. So anyways, Chris Jericho is a wrestling legend. Le Champion has been in the business for over 30 years and continues to do his work with ease and perfection. He had a take on the Bray Wyatt segment on SmackDown. The current ROH World Champion said that he thought it was fake, but he liked it. It's interesting to know that a legend has a different take on a situation than the world. He said, "I don't buy a word of it, and I love it." Bray Wyatt is indeed one of the most creative minds in the company. His work is exemplary, and he puts across his characters and role like no other in the business today. And of course, he wrote those comments about Bray Wyatt's promo on Twitter. If you have a Twitter account, you can find it there. Wrestling headlines from about 6 hours ago. Mr. Kennedy, for those of you that remember who Mr. Kennedy is, it's where, of course, we stole our Mr. T intro from. But anyways, neither here nor there at the moment. Mr. Kennedy takes responsibility for real-life issues with top WWE superstars. So let's have a quick look at that, shall we? This is WrestlingHeadlines.com and published by Joey G. So the two main Power Trip of Wrestling program recently conducted an interview with former Money in the Bank winner Mr. Kennedy, who spoke on a number of topics, including how he had a real-life issue with Randy Orton and John Cena, issues that he acknowledges were partly on him. Check Kennedy's full thoughts on the subjects. Well, in the highlights below, you're not going to do that. He said, "For the most part, I'll take credit for that stuff. Yes, there was issues between us, but I will own the responsibility behind those things." Says he has buried the hatchet with Orton, but has yet to speak to Cena. "I've never spoken to John since leaving, but I've spoken with Randy, and we had a really good conversation, and everything seemed to be just fine. He's a different person now. I'm a different person now." So it looks like Mr. Kennedy, for the most part, what I get out of that and what I take away from that is that Mr. Kennedy is now trying to bury the hatchet and see if he can't get water rolling under that bridge after some of the problems that he's caused in the past, right? That's what I get from that. Alright, so let's see what else is going on. It doesn't really appear to be a whole lot. Looks like we got a title match announced for Monday Night Raw.
MR Kennedy is
And Glenola, of course, is just backtracked us to episode number 398. Excellent. I mean, we don't need to keep with the current times. Alright, so title match announced for WWE Monday Night Raw. This is Sunil Joseph. Again, it's ringsidenews.com. It says, "Last week, Raw left us with a few good moments. Fans got to witness the surprise return of the Good Brothers and Brock Lesnar. We also got to see Seth Rollins win the United States Championship. The promises to be no different. Seth Rollins, just 1 week after winning the United States Championship from Bobby Lashley, will defend the belt against his longtime rival Matt Riddle this week on Raw. Only time will tell whether the match between Rollins and Riddle will be their final match. The lineup for this week's Raw looks promising, with a couple of good matches announced, as well as a returning star. You can check out the full lineup below if you were to go to that article and check it out." Alright, so that's interesting. Here's an article from about 4 hours ago, ringsidenews.com. And this one is Subajit Mukherjee. Bobby Fish was backstage during recent WWE NXT live events. Says Bobby Fish eventually made his way to AEW after he was let go by WWE as part of a budget cut last year. He teamed up with Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly for a while in AEW, but it was not meant to last forever. Fish later left AEW after he wasn't happy with how he was being booked at the promotion. He was also recently eviscerated CM Punk. In fact, his beef with CM Punk happened for a good reason. Prior to all of that, he had a solid run in WWE as part of the Undisputed Era. He even appeared on Impact Wrestling television recently, but of course he did, right? That's what I've been saying. But no one really cared about it. According to Fightful's paywall, Bobby Fish was backstage during recent NXT live events. Not only him, but Austin Green was also present during the aforesaid events as well. Fightful Select has learned that Bobby Fish and Anthony Green were both backstage at recent NXT live events. Those that we spoke with confirmed that the two were still on very good terms with WWE. WWE also never contacted Bobby Fish in order to make a return to the company in the past, but it seems things have changed now. We will have to wait and see whether Bobby Fish will be back or not. What do you guys think? Would you guys like to see Bobby Fish back in the WWE? What are your thoughts on that? I mean, I'm a Bobby Fish fan, so I would love to see. BM Punk needs to quit and find the nearest septic tank, Glenola says. All right, well, before we get any further into the dirt sheets and then, of course, into the trash can and beyond with Between the Ropes, I'm going to get the show on the go, get things crack-a-lackin'. We have 9 matches, 7 championship matches, and we are heading into the final push week before the next big stream review of 2022, the second annual Halloween Havoc. So let's get the show on the go and get things crack-a-lackin', get that energy and electricity flowing, shall we? So let's rock and roll, guys. Episode number 399 live. Let's go!
CM Punk back on WWE would be the best move for him.
And here we go. 9 matches of pure fire, 7 championship matches. The final day of championship matches until Halloween Havoc next Sunday evening. It is going to be a great week, though. Grudge matches, faction wars. It is going to, blood will spill over. Fuel will be added to fiery feuds. Raging rivalries are going to soar. It's going to be an exciting week. And don't forget, Wednesday night, the Artemis Wrestle Wars episode number 400, baby. That's where we're headed next. That'll be live on Twitch TV, of course. But we're going to get the first match of the evening rocking and rolling here in just a moment. And the first match of the night, it is the Coalition, the glorious one. Robert Roode joining his partner in crime, the one Elijah Archer, who has been tearing up the scene as far as monstrosity and very large animals go in YTD Academy. They're going to look to tear up the tag team division site. They're taking on the newcomers, the invading, and they are up to a whole lot of no good since entering the company is the Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Damian Priest have been causing havoc everywhere they go, no pun intended. So fitting that we are into the final push week for Halloween Havoc. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Judgment Day at Halloween Havoc. We know that these two teams are already headed there. Who they're facing, we don't know. And of course, Judgment Day and the Coalition on separate brands, or at least the Coalition Wrestle Wars. But it is an intriguing story to follow, so make sure you pay full attention, because the Judgment Day up to a whole lot of villainy. And, well, these days the Coalition trying to avoid it, but they seem to find themselves smack dab right in the middle of chaos each and every week, so who knows? But here we go with the first match of the night. It is showtime and go time. The Coalition versus the Judgment Day. Let's go. Nightbreeze says, don't know Bobby Fish enough to really care about where he goes. Bobby Fish is a very good talent. I can understand that, though, but I would like to see him back. Joe Link says CM Punk back on WWE would be the best move for him. I don't know that they would want to deal with Punk again. I just don't know. Archer did indeed help the Wolfpack with their match yesterday. I mean, there was reasons behind that, though. Matter of fact, if you go check out the cut a promo section, you'll find that Team Froggy Mothlegs have very detailed. They've explained the situation in pretty good detail. For those that don't know and haven't been around, for the entirety of the past 400 episodes almost, there is a history between Elijah Archer and Alan Severn. They have a mutual respect, and they have worked together in certain circumstances in the past. Now, I was as shocked as anybody else to see him come out and well, I mean, it turns out that Severn asked a favor of Archer, and War the Machine stood by, allowed it to happen, made sure nobody interfered, as Elijah Archer put an absolute ass-whooping on Carino Farmer. Now, he caught Carino Farmer off guard. Nobody expected that. Sure, he saw Archer coming down to the ring. Who would have thought that Archer was going to attack Carino Farmer? Nobody. Not even Carino Farmer expected that. They caught him off guard, caught him out of his element. Absolutely crazy. A lot's going on. There's a lot going on as we head into Halloween Havoc. And by the way, Glenol, at some point, if you wish, you can join the broadcast. I do have the broadcast booth open. You probably have some post-stream maintenance to do, so I know you're going to be busy. But at some point, if you wish, feel free. And anybody else that has access to the broadcast is also welcome to join. And here comes Damian Priest and Finn Balor, the Judgment Day, making their way to the ring.
My sources tell me that the entire tag team division is watching this one back.
All right, so
that's how important this match is.
Looks like JoJo Offerman was spotted at WWE SmackDown this week. Here's an article from 4 hours ago. It is ringsidenews.com. Amit Shukla says JoJo Offerman has been silent since she left WWE. She moved out of WWE 2021 and was out as she was attending to her parenting duties. As she started a family with Bray Wyatt. While she was out, her husband made a surprise return. Bray Wyatt returned at Extreme Rules, and it gave the fans something to talk about. They expected him to appear on Raw, but he appeared via a vignette, and the vignette was pre-taped. While that was pre-taped, Bray appeared on SmackDown and talked about his journey. His promo was cut short by a video that played on the Titantron. It ended the show on a cliffhanger. If Bray Wyatt is on the show, then chances are his partner would be on the show too. Bray Wyatt's wife, JoJo Offerman, was backstage on SmackDown but didn't appear on the show. Samantha Urban, who took over for JoJo after she left WWE, tweeted a photograph of the two in a Spider-Man position, pointing at each other. It raised the stakes if JoJo Offerman would make a WWE return under the new regime. And what in the blue hell is going on here? Why do I hear Carino Farmer's music? This is not funny. What is he doing out here? What? That's right. That's what you get. Take that, motherfucker. How dare you come out here and try to... I mean, that was spiteful. That was bloody well spiteful. He came out here just because... I mean, listen, if he has a problem with what transpired, he needs to talk to Sever, not try to attack Archer in a match with Judgment Day. Now look at this ghastly. I mean, look what is transpiring now. We have Finn Balor beating on Archer. Damian Priest coming in to pick up the pieces. I mean, there was no need for that interference at all from Carino Farmer. I thought that matter was taken care of. I thought there was an understanding amongst the Wolfpack, mostly War, Severn, Farmer, that, that was, a necessary happening. Well, yeah, obviously. That's what I'm saying, but that is very spiteful. I mean, that was a necessary happening. It was something that was, Archer was asked to do a job. He did the job. I mean, if he takes personal grievance with that, he needs to take that up with Severn, maybe War, his partner perhaps, who stood by and watched it happen and made sure nobody else interfered, by the way. But no, let's take it out on Archer. Let's interfere in Archer's match. That's more fun. How dare he? Anyway, so it's good to see JoJo back, and it's likely she might be around a lot more often after Bray Wyatt's return. Now, are you guys fans of JoJo, or do you care much about that? I mean, I think it's great that if she's coming back, because, again, she started a family with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt returned. They can work together on the same brand and product. I think that's great for them, especially if they can, some married couples can't work together. Others, they do a very good job of coexisting and, separating business and pleasure. So, if that's what they want, I'm happy for them. And I'm also happy for people like Randy Orton, who have been given their own touring bus, basically a touring condo on wheels, so that he can have his family on the road with him at all times. So that's fantastic. They really do go above and beyond for their superstars, and that's a very important thing to do, to take care of the ones that are bringing eyes to the product, right? Making the needle move, if you will. Speaking of moving the needle, Joe Link, I do have a question for you. So you earlier said that you believe that CM Punk returning to WWE, Archer got a bit more aggressive after the attack. Well, yeah, he's pissed right off now. I mean, Carino Farmer had no business interfering in that matchup. Again, if he has a personal grievance with what transpired, he needs to take that up with the Wolfpack, not Archer. Archer is simply trying to rid their... I mean, they got stuck in the middle of a feud with the Judgment Day out of nowhere just a couple of weeks ago. They would like to put them to the side and on a shelf, much like they did or tried to do or trying to do. Not really sure what's going on there with the Bloodline, because it seems like every time they are done with the Bloodline just managed to make their way back in. It's really annoying and frustrating, to be fair. But anyways, I do have a question, Joe Link. I've got a question, Joe Link. I got a question, Joe Link. So my question, Joe Link, and I'm sure that Glenola will be amused with this question. Une question. Ou anglais, si vous préférez. Oh, yes, of course. So my question is, why do you think it would be a good idea for CM Punk to return to WWE? Actually, it's going to be more like a series of questions, to be fair. That does not count as Archer beating Carino. Well, I mean, I didn't say it counts as Archer beating Carino, but he still beat him up. But, I mean, he did that for Alan Severn. I mean, Carino Farmer had no business interrupting Archer's match with the Judgment Day. Which, by the way, has played it turned the tides of this match. I mean, it was all coalition in the beginning. It was all coalition. Now it is like a back-and-forth struggle for control because of Farmer. Because of Farmer. But anyway. Glenola says, I'll join in a bit. Right now I'm masturbating. I haven't touched myself in a while, and I really do need to spend more time fondling my nutsack. Jesus Christ, Glenola, we did not need to know that. I mean, a simple, I'll be on in a bit, is absolutely fine. What the hell is wrong with you? Good God. That is ghastly. But anyways, Joe Link, why do you think it's a good move for him to go back to WWE? And do you think it's a smart move for WWE to let him back in through the doors after what transpired in the past and things that, now that might have been more correlated to problems with Vince McMahon. Who knows? I don't really know there. Maybe he's got better relations to Paul Levesque and everybody else. And as far as what transpired in AEW, I got to tell you, I didn't like what happened in AEW. Right? Now, the problem with it is the CM Punk cult fans will follow him anywhere he goes, and it will bring... He's not much of a needle mover as far as week to week goes, but he does bring a certain amount of fans with him, and people that love what he... You know what I mean? Joe Link says, with all the drama in AEW, he could improve on what he has in skills. I know him and Triple H didn't always get... Well, that's the thing. I'm just wondering, is it a smart move on either side for him? Does he have anything left to offer as far as putting him in the ring? You know? I don't know. I don't view... See, the problem is... I don't see CM Punk... Wow, he just knocked out Robert Roode. Roode just barely kicked out. He just about lost the entire match in less than 30 seconds for the Coalition. The Judgment Day is all over the Coalition right now. But it is now 1-0 for the Judgment Day for those that aren't paying attention to the pinfalls or submission counts. I just wonder if CM Punk has anything left to offer as far as what he can do in the ring, because I don't put him on the same level as a Chris Jericho or an Edge. You know what I mean? They can still get in there and go. I wasn't impressed with any single one of AEW matches involving CM Punk, personally. Well, it definitely would be a big surprise to see him go back to WWE. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. That's my sentiment, too. I think he's just okay as a wrestler. I never got the hype. I never got that, like... When his music cued, my hair didn't stand on end, you know, or anything like that. I never disliked Punk. It's not like if he was wrestling, I'd change the channel or anything. I just wasn't. I wasn't a big Punk fanboy. Wow, Finn Balor kicking out. Robert Roode just about picked up a pinfall there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm up in the air, you know. I mean, will CM Punk go back to WWE? Never say never. It would definitely be a shocker. Especially after just making that shocking return to wrestling in AEW and all the hype that generated, then what happened and transpired thereafter. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really up in the air on that one. Punk is the greatest legend of all time, and if you don't believe it, just ask him, Glenola says. Yeah, well, that's pretty much the truth, isn't it? I mean, he thinks very highly of himself. He truly does. And again, I'm not hating on Punk. I was just never, like, I don't think he should have been champion for 400 plus days, for instance.
He breaks the ref's count before 2. Thought he had it. You gotta be kidding me. Quick strike to the lower body.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know if I ask Glenola, he's not going to have anything nice to say, but I'm kind of curious. Anyways, Glenola, do you think that the WWE should allow CM Punk back in?
He knew what was coming. I don't know if I want.
I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Joe Link thinks that it would be a good business decision for him to go back to WWE. Maybe women's champ for 400 seconds. Now that's funny. Well, I mean, you know, we did have a woman as a champion in the men's division at one point. However, that woman that was champion in the men's division a while back, as I was just stating, would whoop the shit out of CM Punk. Whoop that Punk ass, would China.
He refuses to stay down. Pure instinct.
I got to tell you, I liked how this match was going much better before Carino Farmer's interference. I don't care for what's transpired since then, just to be fair. I mean, it was all coalition.
This match has not been kind to him.
Damian Priest. Oh, look at this. Yo! Good God. Vicious DDT and knocked him out. Whoa, he just about picked up the 3. Damian Priest was barely able to open those peepers and kick out. Robert Roode just about picked up a pinfall right after knocking him out. That would have been awesome, to be fair. Whoa, holy fuck. Elijah Archer just about beheaded Damian Priest there. We just about had a headless horseman amongst the Judgment Day. And Finn Balor getting a little dirty in there. Little two-on-one action by the Judgment Day. Not really sure why Robert Roode just stood and watched as that transpired, but anyways. I mean, that goes to say there's been a lot of issues amongst the coalition members these days. I mean, Robert Roode, I got to be honest, I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but Robert Roode has allowed for some suspicious losses amongst the coalition in the past few weeks. Rumor has it, and actually Froggy Mothlegs and I were talking about this earlier, rumor has it that the coalition is scouting another member to join the faction. Now, I've seen nothing in the trash can, of course, which we're going to get to in just a little while. But rumor has it that the coalition, the glorious Robert Roode, Elijah Archer, and management, of course, they've all been talking with Kevin Owens. Now, isn't that interesting? Of course, Kevin Owens is another Canadian who would fit right in with the Canadian Coalition, as they are being called. It's really the Coalition Wrestle Wars. We have Starrcade and Wrestle Wars. Starrcade, of course, led by Youngblood Graves. But they are being dubbed the Canadian Coalition, so it'd be interesting to see yet another Canadian in Kevin Owens joining the faction. And Kevin Owens is former multiple-time champion, sensational wrestler, so that'd be a great addition, I think. We'll see what happens with that going forward. Robert Roode measuring up Finn Balor here. Whoa, there it is again, that spike DDT, the glorious DDT. But Damian Priest with a glorious double axe handle across the back of his head.
Oh, look at that torture their opponent. Oh, this isn't going to be good. Oh, man.
Archer taking Damian Priest to school outside the ring. Finn Balor, nice reversal by Balor there.
He's going for it all.
Whoa, coup de grace.
Roode is looking worse for wear. Balor isn't done yet with this match or with his competition. You are not alone in your shot, Cole. We all thought that was it. And his eyes are piercing through the
Go again. Finn Balor mounted on his perch. Oh, he missed. He missed. Robert Roode staggered right out of the way. Look at Archer. He is still stalking Damian Priest outside the ring there.
Look at this.
Robert Roode in big trouble inside the ring, though. Archer needs to pay attention to his partner here. Here we go again. Looking for that coup de grace. Nope. He's getting up. Oh, shit. Double foot drop kick right in the upper part of the chest. That was pretty close to the throat area there.
Stay home, stay home, stay home, stay home.
Tags made. This is classic tag team wrestling.
Nice fireman's carry. Oh, look at this. Yo! The Judgment Day with double team action. And it is Damian Priest now measuring up the glorious one, Robert Roode. He is in nice elbow to the face. Good retaliation. Oh, and there goes Damian Priest. Robert Roode is out of there. Tagging in Archer. Let's go. Archer stalking Priest. Oh, Priest tried to grab a hold of him right away, but nice retaliation. Archer with a big knee to the stomach. The referee just hip attacked Damian Priest. Did y'all see that shit? The referee just helped Elijah Archer. I mean, I'm sure he'll say that was, inadvertently. But needless to say, the referee just attacked Damian Priest with a hip attack getting out of the ring. And Archer has really been manhandling Damian Priest here tonight, I got to tell you.
Sliding back into the action.
Here we go, back into the ring, taking the action back into the squared circle. Archer measuring up Priest. Oh! There it is. He KO'd Damian Priest. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winners of the match. The Coalition, baby. Are your victors.
The one, Elijah, Arthur, and Robert Roode.
You see the look Archer just gave Roode, and look at Roode looking at Archer. There's something going on in the Coalition. Maybe Roode doesn't like that Archer initiated talks with Kevin Owens. I don't know, but is anybody else noticing the tension? They're putting on a good front here for the fans, but look, he's mouthing Archer right now. Archer's got a grin on his face as always, but does anybody else see it? I don't know. Something going on there, guys. Something going on with the Coalition. But anyways, next match of the evening, it is the newest YTD sensation to hit the squared circle. From Team Thrill Zone Wrestling, Tenacious B taking on Cameron Grimes. And if anybody was paying attention, upon inking a contract with YTD Academy, Tenacious B immediately accepted a matchup in YTD Academy and picked up a big win in his debut matchup. It was a fantastic match. Make sure you check it out if you haven't already. But tonight live, episode number 399, episode number 6 of YTD Academy. The newest superstar on the roster, Tenacious B, taking on Cameron Grimes. Who do you guys got winning this one? I mean, from what I saw, Tenacious B, a fantastic technician, a powerhouse. Hell, he even took to the sky on a couple of occasions. Very impressive. It's going to be interesting to watch the career take off of Tenacious B. Can he defeat Cameron Grimes? We're going to find out. It is showtime and go time for matchup number 2. Let's go. Let's get it on. All right, so, you know what else? Actually, you know what? I was going to say I was going to do the trash can and get to a list, but I'm going to wait till the great Glenola joins us. That way he can enjoy the list and, of course, jump in on the trash can if he wants. I'm simply going to keep calling these matches because so far the night is off to a fantastic start. What a way to set the tone for the evening. The Coalition of the Judgment Day. However, I believe that match would have ended differently if Corino Farmer had stayed the hell out of their business. But anyways, trying to get revenge for what happened. How dare he?
The WWE
Since when do monsters need revenge?
Hours and minutes for this match to start, and the countdown is almost over.
I mean, human beings need revenge. Monsters, well, they'll just eat anything, destroy anything. You wouldn't think that a monster like Farmer would take any individual, you know, too seriously.
He calls himself the standard bearer of this division and plans on proving it in a matter of moments.
Tenacious B. Apparently, only when Archer is involved is when they need. Yeah, right. That's you're telling me. It is ghastly. All right, here comes Tenacious B's opponent, Cameron Grimes. Let's go.
So much money, it ain't even funny. Here comes the richest man in NXT history. Saxton, maybe you should ask Grimes.
The richest man
Update that suit game.
in YTD Academy history.
From Burlington, North Carolina, weighing in at 220 pounds.
I mean, self-proclaimed, of course.
A trainee.
Self-proclaimed richest man in YTD Academy history.
That's amazing to think about, but actually a better reason to become friends with him. Maybe Cameron could buy somewhere for you to live so you can move out of your mom's basement. Hey.
He's not wrong. You should move out of your mom's basement.
Everything about Cameron Grimes is money. A diamond-encrusted hat on the inside. Saxton, that's why you're not allowed to touch Cameron's hat.
Joe Link says, what's his net worth? I don't know. Joe Link, I don't represent Cameron Grimes. You're going to have to contact his management team for questions like that. And by the way, how dare you assume that I interview people? I mean, I realize that, you know, I get disrespected a lot in the business. You know, I'm treated very poorly and unfairly. I'm never filled in with proper details when necessary, but I mean, I am not going back to being an interview. I am not part of an announce team. Well, broadcast announce team, perhaps. But I am not being a ring announcer. I will not do interviews backstage. I am not being tossed off a bridge into the river again. Like the likes of Alan Severn, by the way. What a great idea that was. Go interview Severn, they said. I mean, Severn already, he's on a win streak. He won a championship. I mean, he's on cloud 9 as far as Severn goes. Go interview Severn. No problem. I accept an invite. You know, meet me on the covered bridge. I meet on a covered bridge. A man in a hood shows up. Immediately suspect, by the way. That was not cool. Pitch dark. The only light was the damn lanterns inside the covered bridge. It was almost like a scene rated of a horror movie. I felt like I was in the Sleepy Hollows, like I was going to lose my fucking head. What did happen is I lost my ground, my footing, because it was Alan Severn in the hood. And what is going on now? Austin Furious apparently interfering on behalf of Tenacious B. What the hell? Now, what is the relationship between Tenacious B and Austin Furious? Now, that's interesting. Cameron Grimes does not care. He is measuring up Furious. Look at this. Taking care of business. Is the richest man in YTD Academy history. Oh, back comes Tenacious B, unfortunately for Cameron Grimes, while he was messing around with Austin. Oh! Good God, that was vicious. Tenacious B all over Cameron. Oh, he just took a big boot to the face from the bottom. Cameron Grimes back on the attack, looking to take back over the matchup here. Whoa! Nice backflip reverse DDT by Cameron Grimes. To the turnbuckle goes Tenacious B. Big right hand by Cameron Grimes, but a big elbow to the face of Grimes. And now it is Tenacious B unloading with a barrage of strikes. To the ropes goes Grimes. Big lariat by Tenacious B. Let's go. Big elbow drop to the sternum. He is on fire. Covers Grimes up. I mean, he's got his elbow shoved right in his jaw. That cannot be comfortable. Look at this. Tenacious Beast. Oh! Vicious. He's got him stuck in a rear naked choke here. Grimes in a lot of trouble. He is fighting, though. He is not giving up. Look at this. Grimes actually battling out of that. That was locked in tight, and Grimes somehow managed to get out. But look at this. Tenacious B right back on the attack. And whoa! Good God. That was savage. Grimes, though, takes the legs right out from underneath Tenacious B. And a ripcord knee strike. Tenacious B folds like an accordion. Grimes going upstairs. Yo! Good God. Big diving senton bomb there, but Tenacious B not giving up. He is not giving up. He's not. Whoa! Jesus, fuck, what was that? Good God. Cameron Grimes with the athleticism and agility. Spider-Man. Tenacious B in a lot of trouble here. Grimes really kicking things into high gear. Wow, nice reverse judo hip toss by Tenacious B. Oh, elbow to the face, look at this. And a pump, oh, Jesus Christ, a pump handle driver. Oh, Grimes kicked out, Jesus Christ. Does he even have a face left? Tenacious B dropping that big elbow. And look at this, some ground and pound. He's had about enough of Grimes getting back up. He's going to make sure he stays out this time, or at least he's going to attempt to. Now that is ruthless. That's some ruthless aggression there, grinding Grimes' face into the canvas like that. That is very spiteful, but I like it. Oh, big, heavy right hand right in the liver area by Tenacious B, but Grimes feeds the Tenacious one, the turnbuckle. Oh, fuck. Tenacious B fell right off the top turnbuckle. Good God, at least the ring apron broke the fall. Otherwise, he'd have been dropping complete 9 feet right to the floor. Big kick to the midsection by Tenacious B. No! Jesus Christ, he did it again. No doubt he did it on the unforgiving floor. That is it. That is all. Cameron Grimes is knocked the fuck out. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, representing a team Thrill Wrestling, I believe is their name. They are new to the Archiverse. I'm going to go double check right now. I don't like to have my facts incorrect. Make sure we get his name correct. Thrill Zone Wrestling, not Thrill Wrestling. Thrill Zone Wrestling. Tenacious B with his second straight victory in YTD Academy. He is 2-0, ladies and gentlemen, with a big win over Cameron Grimes. And it's going to be interesting to watch the progression of the career of Tenacious B and Team Thrill Zone Wrestling. So congratulations to both client and team. Fantastic match, fantastic victory. And here we go on to the third match of the evening. Third match of the night is for the Women's Pure Wrestling Championship. It is the Anomaly. Tia Stevens taking on the Asian Nightmare. Ashley Chang from Team Asia Invasion. And it looks like her hubby. Her husband. Big money. Marcus Stevens coming out in tow to make sure that everything goes the way they got it planned. But will it go as planned? I don't know. The Asian Nightmare is just that. She is a nightmare in that squared circle, and it doesn't matter who you are. It is going to be one hell of a slobber knocker. The Women's Pure Wrestling Championship on the line. Who do you guys think is walking out with the championship title belt? Is it going to be Shang defending? Is she going to retain? Or is Tia Stevens going to add one more trophy to that trophy wall representing the Wolf Pack? What do you guys think? What's going down? What's going to happen? You tell me. You tell me. All right.
Shang retains.
Ooh, Shang retains, Joe Link says. Glenola says, be right back, and says he got the taste slapped out of his mouth. I missed something. Who got the... okay, I got to start driving to work. How dare you work, Joe Link? I mean, the driving is fine, but the working? Ghastly. But Joe Link, before heading off to work, says, Shang retains. Well, Shang's a multiple-time champion and tag team champion as part of the clique with Ashley Marie from Team AMCB. So she's definitely a formidable opponent. Tia Stevens, multiple-time world champion, television champion when it was in existence, tag team champion, mixed match tag team champion. I mean, she's done it all. She is an amazing talent. Mostly been running wild over on WCW Starrcade. Most recently came over to the Arch vs. Wrestle Wars roster, where she has made a sensational addition to the women's division. It's a tough one for me. I'd like to say Shang, but I have a funny feeling that Tia Stevens is going to walk in here and prove why she is a multiple-time women's champion and dethrone the Asian Nightmare. We're going to find out. That match is next. Let's go!
Look who it is.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3
Anomaly Tia Stevens, baby.
For the women's pure
And you can damn well bet that the Wolfpack is proud of Tia Stevens and Marcus Stevens. I mean, Marcus Stevens, currently the reigning, defending, undisputed YTD Academy Grand Prix Wrestling champion. And Tia Stevens is, of course, as we said before, tasted championship gold on multiple occasions. Looking to once again add a trophy to that wall of fame. Gonna have to go through the Asian Nightmare to do so. The reigning defending champion from Team Asia Invasion.
Champion representing the clique from parts unknown. She is the women's pure wrestling champion, the Asian Nightmare, Ashley Shang.
Corey, what do you think of the champ's chances here tonight?
You think of epic women's championship bouts. These two should automatically come to mind. They have put on stellar matches both together and, of course, against other opponents. They are no strangers to one another, but this is actually the very first time they've faced one another in a championship bout.
You can see here the confidence.
Glenola says Tiliana wins after a great match. I mean, I can understand why you would say that, and I don't necessarily disagree with that. All right, here we go, mofos. The Pure Wrestling Women's Championship on the line. Tia Stevens, the Anomaly. Ashley Shang, the Asian Nightmare.
Set to begin.
Let's get it on. All right, it is official. Let's go. Good Lord. Look at this, exchanging blows already. I told you this is going to be a barn burner, a slobber knocker. It is going to be a high-octane wrestling spectacle. It is going to be a great time as we watch these two battle over the Pure Wrestling Championship. Now this is, of course, a best 2 out of 3 falls matchup. It is not a single fall matchup, so Tiliana will have to defeat Shang 2 times to win this matchup, or vice versa, of course, obviously. And welcome to episode number 399, the Great Glenola in the house. Thank you for being here. You're a big, big, big part of the Archiverse, and it's always an honor to have you at my side.
It's my pleasure. I gotta say, I believe Tiliana beating Ashley Shang twice is not something that's unheard of.
No, it's not.
I believe she has the edge in these matchups.
She does. They have faced each other on 5 occasions, and Tiliana does already have 4 victories out of the 5. And again, this is the first time they've ever faced each other in a championship bout.
Yeah.
But Tiliana, I mean, the anomaly, she is a beast of that division, so it really... Yeah. I mean, we're not taking any away... I mean, Glenola and I are not taking away from Ashley Shang. There's a reason she's champion, but... I mean, Tia Stevens. I mean, other than Rose Brewer, can you think of a more dominant female in Archiverse history?
There was one that was on their way.
Oh, that's true. That is true, and that's an unfortunate happening. If you want to explain and bring that back up so everybody remembers what happened there.
I believe, at least the one I'm thinking of may not be the same one you are, but that was Danny Sparks.
Actually, I thought you were going with Jennifer Wolf on that, but Danny Sparks as well. That she definitely, if she was still in the business, she would be right there with Rose Brewer. Give or take a few matches. Give or take a few matches.
I don't know which one would be on top.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
You know, like I said, I kind of got wondering. Maybe he's thinking. I wasn't even thinking about Jennifer Wolf. I mean, she wasn't there long enough to make a real difference. But, you know, Damien's wife.
Dan Damien.
You know, the Witch and Damien. That was, you know, she was another one that was, you know, very dominant. But, you know, Danny Sparks.
Danny Sparks was an absolute savage. No other way of putting it, an absolute savage. And just like, again, if she was still in the business, just like Rose Brewer, the Viking, she would be one of the winningest superstars in the history. So that is 2 superstars in Archiverse history, both female, but would both be the winningest superstars in history because both of them had more wins and victories and championship victories than any of the men even.
Yeah, and, you know, Danny Sparks, I'll guarantee, would have been a first-round member of the Wolfpack. I mean...
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
You know, Wolfman would have chose her as a member instantly.
Yep, absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. So that was a strange happening. Wow, it is 1-0 for Tia Stevens, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. She's locking in an armbar. She has not wasted any time at all. 0 fucks given by the anomaly. Look at this. She's tearing that arm off. The champion's fighting. Oh, look at that. She had enough left in the gas tank. But look at that, going right back to work on that left arm. Wow.
Well, the anomaly does not mess around, you know.
She does not. Neither one of these, I mean, these guys are going to war here. I got to tell you, I'm glad you're here, though, because I have to pee, and I hate when I'm on the broadcast by myself, because you know how I feel about dead air. And when I have to go and take a break and there's like literally nobody here, and it's like, God damn. Then they're stuck with the B team. It is much more amusing to have a great granola. So I will be right back.
I don't know. The B team coming up with things like suplex.
Oh, look at that.
For a kick out.
The champion just stole, I believe, a submission fall. It is 1-1 just like that, but I'll be right back.
It was a 3 count.
Was it a 3 count? Okay.
Yes.
Not into the corner of my eye, but I wasn't sure if it was submission or 3 count. I was trying to catch up on chat, but I'm caught up on chat now, so.
Awesome. There that anomaly goes with that dead.
Whoa! Man, did she get hang time with that one. Look at this. Covers her up middle of the ring. Shang in real trouble here. Now she kicked out. 2 count only. Okay, I'll be right back, damn it.
Go for it. But yeah, you know, there's been some amazing superstars in the Archerverse, and yeah, their submission locked in from the anomaly. And what do we get? Nope, still able to find out. Oh, got good hang time. Didn't nail the landing. You know, but as I say, you know, there's been some amazing superstars come through the Archerverse, and unfortunately, a lot of them there's a lot that aren't with us anymore. You know, the Bluewood boys, we mentioned them off and on, and those guys, we aren't kidding when we say that if they got bored, they fight each other, because you never knew what they were going to do. They were great. And then you had Danny Sparks. Oh, and Ashley Shang picks up the win. Holy shit. Archer's going to be pissed. That's another defense. Damn.
Hey, I guess wrong.
Yep, you were right, Joe Link. Congratulations on being right on that one. Well, I was half right. It was a great match.
I returned. Wow, I missed the rest of the match. What happened? Oh, well, obviously Ashley Shang retained and is still the reigning defending Pure Wrestling champion. But wow, what happened?
It was. I blinked.
Wow. I mean, anybody could have won that match. That was a fantastic battle. And that draws them 4-2 now. Ashley Shang, that is only the second time she ever beat the Anomaly Tia Stevens. And what a time to do it, to defend that championship.
Yeah, you know, it was just it was awesome.
That was a fantastic bout. And congratulations to Team Asia Invasion. Next on the list, oh, good, we got Carino Farmer coming back out. I mean, what else does he want to do tonight? He's already interfered in a matchup he didn't belong in. What kind of antics is he going to bring to the ring against Prince the Outcast? But he is facing Prince the Outcast for the Men's Pure Wrestling Championship. And this is an iron to gold matchup. And it was a matchup that was... Actually, you know what? I'm going to let the great Glenola explain how this matchup came to be.
To be honest, I don't even remember.
Well, so this matchup came to be. Alan Severn set this matchup as a reward for Carino Farmer.
Okay. I wasn't informed of it.
Okay,
I heard there was some kind of reward, but
there was, yes, because
they don't
of
tell
course
me that much, you know.
Well,
that.
I mean, you saw what transpired. with Elijah Archer coming in on behalf of Alan Severn, and he, Severn, and War laid us. I mean, that was a severe beating on Carino Farmer, the poor guy. That's the first time I think I've ever said that. But, I mean, they caught Carino Farmer completely off guard, out of his element, and really took it to him. And it turned out to be an initiation process by the Wolfpack. The whole thing was set up by Severn and War, and they wanted to make sure that Carino Farmer, because let's be honest, Carino Farmer is a loose cannon. They wanted to make sure they knew that Carino Farmer knew who was in charge and how things were going to be, and I'm pretty sure they accomplished that. So a gifted championship matchup for Carino Sinister Farmer against a very, very formidable champion. He's already defended the European Championship on more than one occasion. Of course, he just lost a match not too long ago. Well, actually, it wasn't. I shouldn't say not too long ago, because it was quite a while ago now that I think about it, because he's been champion for a while. He's defended that championship on multiple occasions already, and now he's the pure wrestling champion. I mean, he's a double champion, even though the one title is a YTD Academy championship.
Oh, yeah. But, and then Farmer, I mean, you look at his history. There was a reason he was chosen to be War's partner.
Right? Well, this we know. I mean, whether or not that was a good decision, we're going to find out, because it's going to be interesting to see how they try and control Carino Farmer. Yo, Thrill Zone, the man of the hour. You just not too long ago missed your superstar's second match of his career with YTD Academy. Of course, you know that he had a matchup up shortly after inking his contract in YTD Academy, had a very successful debut. Then Thrill Zone, Tenacious B, not too long ago, just went toe-to-toe with Cameron Grimes, and another big victory, and now 2-0 is Tenacious B. Sorry, I'm late, he says. Thrill Zone, you are never late. You arrive exactly when you mean to. Welcome in, family. Appreciate you being here. Episode number 399. It's getting exciting. Guys, we have a huge week ahead of us. We have Wednesday night on the episode of the Archerverse Wrestle Wars. It will be episode number 400. It's going to be a celebratory episode. I mean, there will be no championship matches, but we are going to put on a show. It is going to be an extravaganza. We're going to have some faction wars, some grudge matches. It is going to be fire and an absolute great way to ring in 400 episodes. And, of course, we're going to reminisce, talk with Gladola and Cool and anybody else that shows up that's been part of the Archerverse for so long. Hopefully we see Zombie Master, Mr. T. They've all been a great part and a giant reason why the Archerverse has become successful and is loved by so many people. So it's going to be a great evening. Great matches, great people, great conversations as usual for episode number 400. Then, of course, next weekend, Sunday night, the Second Annual Halloween Havoc stream preview, which is, of course, the next big stream preview of 2022 here at the Archerverse. And then don't forget that next month, the great month of November, we have our very first ever YTD Academy stream preview. Thrill Zone says, to the moon! Yeah, I'm telling you, Tenacious B looks good, my friend. It's going to be interesting to watch his career progress. I mean, I will tell you, he had a little bit of help. I got to tell you, Thrill Zone, what is the, if you know, I don't know how much or how well informed your client keeps you, but what is the connection between Tenacious B and Austin Furious? Austin Furious came out, I don't know if it's just an issue with Cameron Grimes, or if he happens to know and be friends with Tenacious B, I don't know, I'm just asking, but he came out and interfered in the matchup. Of course, Cameron Grimes had no part of that, but kind of took care of business. But then Tenacious B took care of his business. But it was interesting. All right, here we go. From Team Cornhusk Show, Carino Sinister Farmer versus Team Outcast Gameplays, Prince the Outcast for the Pure Wrestling Championship. Iron to gold. It is go time. Let's go. 10 minutes on the clock. Let's go. And again, let's not forget that Prince the Outcast is a double champion. He is also the reigning, defending, and very much undisputed up till now YTD Academy European Wrestling Champion. He is a sensational superstar. One of the fastest rising superstars in actually quite a spell, I would think, Linola, wouldn't you? The success he's had in such a short time. Crazy.
Definitely had a fast start.
Right? His light is definitely shining bright. And of course, Carino Sinister Farmer is going to try and extinguish that flame, believe me. I mean, what a terrible matchup in his first defense of the Pure Wrestling Championship to have to face Carino Sinister Farmer, a member of the Wolfpack. An absolute monster of a man. Disregard what Archer did to him. I'm telling you, Archer, and they caught him off guard. They caught him off. I'm not saying Archer couldn't beat him in a wrestling match. All I bring to you is Farmer would not go down that easy if he knew what he was facing. And Archer, you never know, might have a grudge match ahead of him with Carino Farmer after everything that transpired. I mean, clearly he has a problem with it. He came out to interfere in Archer's match.
Yeah, we'll see. There's a couple possibilities. One is, he's pissed off and he's looking for a meal from Archer.
Or the Wolfpack gets him under control. Who knows?
Well, that part's, yeah.
Yeah, that's up in the air. I know. I understand. Oh, I understand. Believe me. I completely get that.
They want Farmer out of control.
Good
they
God.
They want him hungry.
Nice of them to involve Archer in that.
But it could be that he basically came out to make the statement that, you don't fuck with me.
That's right.
And it's done.
I just thought it was funny that they added insult to injury and awarded the match to War the Machine and Archer. That was savage. I mean, who does that? Only the Wolfpack. I mean, that goes above what they did. What they did to Farmer, that goes above and beyond anything the Bluewood boys did even, and they were nuts. They were nuts.
You think about this. Technically, Colonel Farmer did not lose because the Wolfpack still won.
I mean, so much chaotic awesomeness, right? That comes out of the Wolfpack. That's the only words you could use to describe it, is chaotic awesomeness.
Yeah. It's funny. You think about it. They talk about DX, with chaos and all this.
Yeah.
Well, there's a difference. DX was hilarious, funny chaos. Wolfpack is the violent, we're going to beat the shit out of you chaos.
Right? Yeah. There's not really much laughing matter what they do to you. I mean, people bleed. There's no tears of laughter. It is tears of pain and anguish, loss of blood, potentially flesh, depending on who you're facing.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Prince the Outcast looking really good in this championship title defense. Oh! Judo throw D. Oh, shit.
I put it into our news and everything, but I want to welcome the newest member of the Wolfpack. Marshall Omega is now one of us.
Jesus Christ.
Growing stronger, people.
Marshall Omega? Marshall Omega.
Yes.
From Team The Night Undying.
The Night Undying, yes.
Is now joining the Wolfpack.
Yes.
Wow. That is ghastly. Now, is he going to join the Wolfpack Starcade or the Wolfpack Wrestle Wars is my next question, I suppose. I believe he is on the Starcade roster, but that doesn't mean anything.
Well, that part hasn't been determined.
That's craziness.
We're going to see where he fits in the best.
You know, speaking of news and rumors, we really should check out the trash can, see what's going on with the trash can.
Well, let's kind of see here.
I mean, it's been a while. I believe we go back. I'm trying to think here.
Only been a week or so, I think, actually.
I think it's been more than a week. I think it has been more than a week. Where is... There it is. Let's see. Hold on. Let me go back and figure out.
Oh, maybe there's more than I knew.
Everything after your rumor about MJF is new. That's how long it's been. It's been a long time. It's been almost a month. Wow. Yep, it's been almost a month. But for a while there, the trash can wasn't filling up with Archiver's dirt sheets, so. So it looks like Team Froggy Mothlegs starting on the 20th of September there. I think that's the first bit of news there. And since that is your faction, I will let you read that, I suppose. Look at this. Farmer and Prince the Outcast on the ramp. They are really brutalizing each other, and they're just over 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining of this iron to gold matchup. Oh, big heavy right hand by Farmer, and look at this. Whoa! Spiked him with a reverse DDT right on the end of the ramp. Wowie, the champ kicked out. I can't believe he kicked out of that. Farmer drove his head right into the ramp. Spike reverse DDT. Man kicked out. Oh! Look at that. Prince the Outcast is a savage. Look at this. He's going for DDT of his own. No, Farmer with a series of big left hands right to the liver. But Prince the Outcast battling right back. Whoa! And there is a 3 count. Now, I'm not sure what the count actually is at this point. I mean, we were deep into conversation with the great Glenola. Whoa, nice. That was a big brain buster by Carino Farmer. And a pinfall by Farmer. Does anybody know what the score is? Is it 1-1? I feel like it might be 1-1. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss any pinfalls or submissions. I think it is 1-1 here between Farmer and Prince the Outcast. Wow, STO right on the ramp. Slamming the spine of Prince the Outcast. Bouncing it more or less off that steel ramp. Wrenched away at that leg and knee area of Prince the Outcast. Whoa, he tapped out. There's another fall. That might be 2-1 for Carino's Sinister. Farmer, big boot to the face from the bottom, and the champion quickly back on the attack with less than 60 seconds left. Stomping away at those ribs. Ooh, a boot right in the face Take that, Carino Farmer. Hammerlock, armbar combo. Also got that wrist locked. Big jumping knees right into the kidney area. The champion running at a time. 33 seconds remains. He needs to, I'm pretty sure needs to tie this up. Unless I've missed something, it is 2-1 for Carino Sinister Farmer. Ooh, big GTS right to the face. Not finished. Barrage of strikes. He needs to hurry up and finish this thing. Beautiful. Pinpoint accurate strikes, but he only has 7 seconds left here. And unless he has a pinfall or submission I don't know about, he is losing his championship to Carino. Oh, it is a draw. We did miss one. Or at least I did. Wow. A draw between Prince the Outcast and Carino Sinister Farmer. So therefore, because a championship does not change hands on a draw, still your Pure Wrestling champion from Team Outcast Gameplays, Prince the Outcast, is still your champion. Holy crap. That was awesome. All right, here we go. Look at the villains in this matchup. It is for the YTD Academy Legends Championship. Of course, the reigning defending champion and just defended it last night. Actually, it wasn't last night. I think it might have been the day before, the evening before, but it was Stone Cold Steve Austin putting his championship on the line. 8-man Elimination Royale. The Immortal Hulk Hogan. The Iron Sheik. The Total Package Lex Luger. The OG Soul Man Rocky Johnson. The 8th World Andre the Giant. Sergeant Slaughter, Big Sexy, Kevin Nash, and they are all looking to take the head off the rattlesnake and take home that championship. And by the way, you're going to get, if you haven't already been over to the Archiver's Discord to see it for yourselves, you're going to get a chance for the very first time to see the newly redesigned and beautiful, by the way, if you were to ask Joe Link and several others that have already seen it, like the Great Glenola. The new YTD Academy Legends Championship is going to be unveiled for the very first time live right now. Let's go! All right.
And I just found out I was muted. I've been talking away.
Nice. I did that to you the other day. Glenola came on and he's like, "Hey Archer, what's going on?" And I'm talking for a couple minutes, realize I'm not even getting the slightest response from my conversation I'm having, and I'm like, oh shit, I pressed mute to talk. I pulled a Glenola, to be fair.
I don't know how much of that match I was muted.
I'm not sure either, but that's pretty damn funny. We keep doing that to each other.
Uh-huh. But, you know, that was impressive. Just even to go to a draw was...
Oh, that was a wicked match. All 10 minutes was action-packed. Just non-stop, bell-to-bell, elite-level wrestling. That was fantastic. And congratulations to both Team Cornhusk Show and Team Outcast Gameplays. The original Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. I'd still like to see a match between the Soul Man and the Soul Man.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
Right? The Soul Man, Rocky Johnson versus the Soul Man, Jay Simmons. 1v1. I say best 2 out of 3 falls. Oh, right, Dirt Sheets. I was just waiting for the Great Glenola to get back. We were just figuring out that the trash can starts off right underneath the Wolfman's last entry for the trash can on September 20th.
So, you know, there was a source that says MJF was flying to a chateau in the Alps to recoup with a noted leg doctor. I'm going to mutilate this name. Yo-hip.
Who the hell is that?
I don't know, but
I don't know either.
HJALHEP SMELMSON.
Alrighty then.
MJF will be joined by his Staten Island girlfriend and allegedly more than one of the Impractical Jokers.
Allegedly. I love it.
There was also a rumor that when asked his opinion on it, Carino Farmer answered, "Do you know why they call it a long pork?"
Good God.
Cracking Skulls posted, then the Nightmare shows up out of nowhere and delivers his finisher to the Jokers, MJF, and then to Carino Farmer, and walks away.
How dare he?
Boss Apollo says, according to Mick Foley, the Public Enemy will be at an upcoming event, Comic-Con, for a meet and greet. And also, according to Michael Cole, the Bloodline and Coalition will also make an appearance. Now, due to the ongoing feud with these groups, Comic-Con will hire extra security for the event. Now, just coming in from a very reliable source, War will also be there.
Interesting.
The question is, will the Wolfpack be there, or too? All right.
Very interesting.
And the next day, the Wolfman announced War is teaming up with Carino Farmer. I think that rumor is pretty true.
Yeah, something tells me that that's more factual than it is rumor.
Yeah. It was great. Posted rumor has it Professor Poindexter and Kyle Psychosis Riley like to hit each other. They really hit it off after the last time in the ring together.
Wow.
Blame Froggy commented, or hashtag Blame Froggy posted, TMZ reports Kyle and Poindexter were both in Kansas City for Planet Comic-Con this weekend, but only the Professor had a booth. While the Cryptid didn't seem to be there in any official capacity, Riley was sighted in full ring attire, scaring Jewel State so bad she left the event early.
Alrighty then.
When asked for comment, Nathan Fillion stated, "Hey, cut her some slack. She doesn't like that shade of yellow."
Jesus. You know, I gotta be honest, speaking of Poindexter, I'm really interested to see what Poindexter and Ephraim O'Malley have up their sleeve this week. I mean, we're getting closer to Halloween Havoc. We've seen it all. What could they possibly do? I don't know, but I gotta tell you, even I'm intrigued this week.
Hey, they even got the Wolfman to cosplay with.
Right?
So, you know.
Right? But to be fair, it kind of makes sense, though. I mean, the Wolfman has always been a big fan, and of course, that one of his idols happens to be Mark Calloway, or The Undertaker. So it doesn't surprise me that he might pay homage to the dead man.
Yeah, the dead man and the Wolfman. I mean.
Yep.
Okay. Leo King posted, according to TMZ, Public Enemy will be a guest on Steve Austin's new talk show, or new show, Talk to Austin podcast, on November 3rd at 10 a.m. Also, according to CNN, the Bloodline and Public Enemy had to be separated because somehow they both ended up in a podcast at the same time.
Oh, shit.
Someone is getting fired, or was this a setup?
That's crazy. They just happen to be at the same station.
Yeah.
For the same interview. Imagine that.
Then posted, TMZ also caught the superstar Christian Hart with international Kim Kardashian at Clinic, which is a known hotspot for celebrities, where reports about him getting Botox to make his ass firm went viral. Approached by paparazzi and directly asked this question. He punched out the paparazzi before getting in his vehicle. TMZ later found out he was fined $5,000 for assault on the paparazzi.
Now, here's my question. Immediately concerning that. Who got the Botox in the ass? Was it Christian Hart, or was it Team Christian Cool?
That I'm not sure.
Because that's kind of a vague statement right there. I want to know, what Joe Link, are you twerking? Because we would like to know if the Botox in the ass was for Christian Cool, Team Christian Cool, or was it for the Iceman Christian Hart?
And by doing so, has created a Hall of Fame career throughout our industry.
I mean, he should be paying attention because he is the one that jumped on us in the chat, Glenola, and said, "So what's the dirt sheets? I can't wait to hear them." As if we were not on the proper timeline as far as the trash can went. So he should have no problem answering us. Am I correct in assuming that?
I would think so. But
right.
I'll go ahead and continue while we wait.
All right.
Blaine Froggy posted the word from the rumor mill is Poindexter is speaking with a lawyer about Serena Deeb's use of the title professor. Poindexter was also asked for comment on the formation of the tag team SCP Foundation, made up of Kyle the Cryptid, Psychosis, Riley, and Rhea Ripley. His response was, "The power of gravitational force has great effect on the high ground. Too weak and the high ground holds no traction. Too strong, the ground becomes the real enemy. Experimentation has proven that the high ground typically holds significant value between 0.8 and 1.4 Earth gravities, with maximum impact standing roughly equal to 1.05. Pressure is equally important, as it is the surrounding force attached to gravity. The high ground is famously low impact on aquatic environments. Pressure is measured in pounds per square inch to be used as a gravity multiplier, or division if pressure is subatmospheric. Surrounding force. Surrounding force is a variable defined as Earth gravity times 2.2 pressures, with no metric value assigned due to its singular application in the Metacom equations. In situations regarding Obi-Wan and his relativistic point of view, you must substitute the quadrilateral Metacom equation, the Jedi Master function, and there's an equation I ain't even going to try to read.
No! Only Team Froggy Mothlegs and Poindexter would come up with that trash heapish. I mean, I don't even want to attempt that myself. You know, if you guys all want to see it, you just go on over to the Archivers Discord and you can check out the trash can and you can see that entire, I mean, that was almost a publication more than it was a posting.
TMZ News reports Goldberg and Brock Lesnar are now part of the Public Enemy. Now this means trouble for the Bloodline.
Yes, that's right. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, life is great. Rumor has it Kyle Riley then appeared behind Poindexter and went, "Dude, what?" And Poindexter responded, mathematically, you're going to do great. All right. Now, this is for October 4th. Joe Link posted daily news reports that young Blood Grave may be involved in a new trend in the porn industry.
In the porn industry?
Naked, and the loser has to fight like firecrackers from his ass. This seems a bit out, considering it's new. So far, it's very popular with midget porn stars. Only time will tell us this new style of porn will stay or fade off. But
wow.
Those with a kink may find this very attractive. There was a response. Someone got to fill that niche. All right. On the 8th, according to TMZ, more than 30 cops are on standby because something big is going down at the Old Country State Fair. And Mick Foley said it had something to do with the Wolf Pack, the Coalition, the Bloodline, and the Public Enemy. And they're back. We will be back once we have more info. Leo King then posted breaking news just coming in. According to Fox News, a big brawl just broke out at the Old Country State Fair. So far, all we know is the Wolfpack started the big brawl. According
Good
to
Lord!
A member from Wolfpack started it all, which, remember, we don't know at this time. The Public Enemy was not backing down from the brawl. Matter of fact, Public Enemy wanted the brawl to happen. Even the Coalition and Bloodline were going back and forth. So far, 5 kids and 30 adults were injured due to the brawl.
Wow. I mean, the Wolfpack up to a whole lot.
The next day, the 9th, breaking news. We have just received word that an unidentified member of the Public Enemy was knocked unconscious by a 7-year-old on crutches.
A 7-year-old on crutches.
That came from the Wolfman. Breaking news, a member of the Wolfpack was attacked. Okay. I gotta read this here. Who was attacked? I'm assuming this is supposed to be by a pack of old women.
I'm thinking, yeah.
The Granny Nation.
The Granny Nation!
Also, according to Mick Foley, a member of the coalition, Youngblood, was last seen running down the street from a pack of hungry cats.
Wow. That's insane.
And that's it. That's the trash can.
I was going to say, that's the trash cans for the past month. Hopefully the trash can fills up quicker this week. We like to try and do the trash can every Saturday night. Now, of course, obviously this week we're running YTD Academy today, not Saturday night. But normally we like to do the trash can every Saturday night for the episode of YTD Academy, so we'll see what happens with news and rumors and how fast the dirt sheets fly this week. I'm sure there's going to be a lot going on in the realm of news and rumors because, again, we got episode 400 coming up on Wednesday for the Archivers Wrestle Wars. We've got next Sunday night's Second Annual Halloween Havoc, so, I mean, there's going to be rumors and news swirling, I would imagine. But, just to take a break from dirt sheets and any shenanigans going on in the realm of professional wrestling. Well, sort of, anyways.
Hold on just 1 second.
Okay.
Joling said it was for Christian Hart, and he's listening in his vehicle as he was driving, so he wasn't able to respond right away. He just got to work.
Ghastly excuse. How dare you, Joe Link? You have hands-free communication availability. And a little thing I like to call voice to text. You are simply leaving us out to dry, leaving us by our lonesomes, trying to hurt our feelings. First, you yell at us. Right, Glenola? He yelled at us about getting to the trash can because he needed to know what was going on. He needed to be current with the dirt sheets. We did such task, of course. Then he doesn't even respond to us like we are minuscule little rodents in his basement at home. Just ignore us and leave us in the dark, damp basement by ourselves, by our lonesomes. And somebody just got eliminated, but I'm not sure who it was. Oh, it looks like Sergeant Slaughter was just eliminated. We are down 2-7, just like that. Lots of Wolfpack and public. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, they've been busy. Causing brawls and chaos wherever they're going, apparently.
Well, that's for the Wolfpack, though.
Fair.
I mean,
so what I was going to say.
Mom runs a bar that has wrestling in the bar, and the cops are on speed dial for whenever the Wolfman shows up.
Well, yeah, no kidding.
You know, it's more for the ambulance, but still.
What I was going to say is, since we've been talking about the violence of the Wolfpack and the violence of, the antics going on by the Public Enemy, etc., I wonder what they consider. I'm very curious, actually. What do you think? Because we've looked up extreme matches and stuff like that, but I wonder what they consider the most violent matches. I don't know if you'd want to go WWE history or pro wrestling history. I don't know which you'd get better results from, but I'm curious. I wonder what they consider the most violent matches in wrestling history. And somebody else has been eliminated. I believe the Soul Man Rocky Johnson is eliminated. And yes, he is. That puts us down to 6. Down to Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Kevin Nash, the champion, Iron Sheik, and of course, the total package Lex Luger.
Now, do you want a list involving WWE from 2019? One that says Pro Wrestling History from 2020?
Jesus Christ, you found stuff already?
Or,
I literally just opened my mouth.
2020 that says the 10 most violent WWE matches of the modern era.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting. See, now I'm curious of what they would consider, because I mean, I can think of lots of matches from historical standpoint. Now I'm kind of intrigued to know.
Modern era?
Yeah, that's interesting. Don't you find that interesting? Because there's not a... And the Iron Sheik, by the way, has been eliminated. We are down to 5.
Okay. So this is off of whatculture.com. You know, a really good, legitimate wrestling site. But this is written by Logan Kenny. And dated December 14th, 2020. 10 most violent WWE matches of the modern era.
Let's go.
Number 10, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 31.
Wonder if they consider, I mean, because when was this list done? Because this is obviously not including the current WrestleMania match they had.
December 14th, 2020.
Yeah, because Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar just had one hell of a match at SummerSlam. So I wonder if... I'm trying to think back. I think the SummerSlam match might have outdone the match we're about to discuss, but we'll see.
Okay, I'm already cringing. This is supposed to be the 10 most violent. And they say in here, the match is on the list because of the accidental blood that pours from Lesnar's head following a spot with a ring post.
Big eliminated.
So, because Brock legitimately bled, it makes it one of the most violent.
I mean, not very often you see Lesnar bleed, so it is definitely. But I mean, yeah, I agree. I know what you're saying. Because there's blood doesn't mean it was, you know.
Yeah.
You might have taken a knee to the nose and bled. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and Hulk Hogan has been eliminated.
Wow. It said a spot with the ring post, so I'm assuming he went for a spear or something like that.
Right.
You know.
And hit his head on the post or somewhere, the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
You know, if you missed the pad and hit that wiring, you can hurt you.
Irish whip from outside the ring and hit the, you know.
Yeah, right. Bit his lip. I mean, there's lots of ways to bleed. I agree with you. I don't think it necessarily means that it's the most violent.
It does look like it's coming from the forehead in the picture. Yeah, so that's why I don't think he bit the lip or something like that. But still, you know, if that's your criteria, well...
Yeah. What are we in for?
Number 9... Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins versus The Bar. No Mercy 2017.
I actually barely remember that matchup.
Okay. Alright, I'm sorry, I can't finish this list, Archer. The reasoning on this was because of a botch. Where Cesaro collided with the post too hard, his front teeth disappeared from the impact. They were plunged into the gums, had to have surgery. But
yeah, that's kind of strange.
You know, that's their thing about it being one of the most violent. Now, granted, that's only number 9 on the list, but still, you know.
That's crazy.
It's a one move thing. You know.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I can't. I should have known better when it said whatculture.com. We will find a better list.
Indeed. Well, I mean, to be fair, we kind of knew we were getting into a potential catastrophe with just the site we were utilizing, but
yeah,
turned out to be worse than we thought, though.
Okay.
the beginning of worse than we thought.
Well, okay, this one is from 2019, but it's the Sportster. So at least there we have a chance of having a decent list. 10 most violent
Stone
and bloody
Cold Steve
matches.
just tapped out. We are guaranteed a brand new Legends champion. It is down to the total package Lex Luger and the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
Oh man, can you imagine if Luger gets Andre in the torture
In the
rack?
torture rack? That'd be awesome, I know. I was kind of thinking that, but can he do it, though? That's the question. Can he do it? Can Luger get the big man up there? This is awesome. This has been such a great match between the Legends.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest, I find the Legends Championship division a very fun division to watch, and it's going to be even more fun eventually after we have our very first ever award show, Hall of Fame show. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to have to make sure that some of our OGs from the Archiverse are able to also partake in that Legends division because they deserve the status. I can think of some off the top of my head, like Christian Hart, like Alan Severn, right? Like Marshall Omega.
Archer.
Possibly Archer,
James,
yeah. You got
Soul
Yep.
Man. I mean,
Yep.
the Soul Man has to be in there.
Right, you've got the tons of Funk Boys, and we're not going to induct everybody in 1 year, but what we are going to do is we're going to compile a list of OG superstars that you guys get to vote on and decide who you think should be inducted in the very first annual, whatever we decide to call. We're not sure at this point. It is still under discussion with many of us whether it's going to be Hall of Fame, whether it's going to be award show, and exactly how we're going to do it. But we are going to do it. It is going to be an epic adventure for us. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll pay tribute to some of the OGs of the Archiverse that have been around since the Archiverse 1.0. So it's going to be a good time. And again, you might eventually see Alan Severn and Christian Hart competing for that Legends Championship, right? That's what it's all about. So. And how cool would that be, Glenola, to see Alan Severn competing for that Legends Championship?
Oh yeah, it'd be awesome. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, Severn just wants to fight. But it'd be awesome. He'll get to fight some of the greats.
Yeah, like each and every week in there with the Iron Sheik and Jerry Lawler, Lex Luger, Diamond Dallas Page, all those great superstars, Goldberg, Hulk Hogan. It's a fantastic division. It is a lot of fun to watch that division.
The ones that he watched as a kid.
Professional wrestling's only Legends only division. Wow, Andre the Giant did it. The Lex Express could not get the big man on board that Lex Express train. So the winner of the match, and new for I believe the second time, Glenola, you'll have to fact check that for me, but I believe for the second time, Andre the Giant now your YTD Academy Legends Wrestling. You should be able to find that on Discord. The answer to that question,
I'm actually trying to find it right now.
Okay, perfect.
Legends Wrestling, and for Andre, yeah, he's listed as one reign.
All right, so this is his second one?
Second.
Yep. Yeah. Wow, awesome. And you know what's funny is back in the day when we used to have the Andre the Giant Heritage Championship, before we changed it over to the Legends Division for YTD Academy, Andre the Giant never got to win his own belt, ever.
Yeah, but I believe he was the inaugural champion. But I could be wrong.
It should stay in. It'll stay in there because it'll be the very first.
Did it? Oh, okay. Then nope. Never mind.
Yeah, it's all in order.
Oh, okay.
I make sure I keep our records pretty clean and cut.
Yeah. Well, then it looks like Cactus Jack was the first champion.
That's right, he was. Yeah.
Then we have Triple H, Mr. Perfect.
Actually,
Sergeant
wasn't. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you remember or not, but was that a ladder match? Was the inaugural match a ladder match? Because I remember being shocked that Cactus Jack won, but...
Yeah, I don't remember.
All right, well, before we continue that conversation, the next match of the night for the YTD Women's Tag Team Wrestling Championship, we have the Union, Kaylee Ray and Dewdrop, taking on Britt Baker, DMD, and Dangerous Amber Extreme from Team Joe Link. They are the Outlaws, and they are putting the tag team titles on the line. It is showtime and go time. Let's go. You guys tell me, who do you think is winning this matchup? Are the champions retaining, or will Kaylee Ray and Dewdrop become two-time YTD Academy Women's Tag Team Wrestling Champions? What do you think?
Champs retain.
Champs retain. I actually think the same. No offense to Dewdrop and Kaylee Ray. They're a great team. They've been champions, but the Outlaws are, first and foremost, they are double champions. They are also the Archiver's World Tag Team Women's Wrestling Champions. They are a formidable tag team, formidable singles competitors. And yeah, I'm going with the Great Glenola on this one. I say that the champions retain the titles. Right, Glenola, I have to use the facilities again real quickly, so I'll be right back, my friend.
Okay,
And
so I'll start this list off.
Oh, yep, go ahead. Don't wait for me.
10 most violent and bloody matches in WWE history. It's off of thesportster.com. Matthias Honorado. It was published May 28th, 2019. And at number 10, Chris Jericho and Dean Ambrose fighting on thumbtacks. Jericho is one of the biggest trash talkers in the history of WWE. Ambrose is one of the most impulsive wrestlers to ever step onto a WWE ring. Adding both those ingredients in the same package, a cage, and telling them to fight it out is a recipe that can only yield a lot of blood and cheers from the crowd. Nonetheless, fighting it out was not enough for Jericho and Ambrose, as they made good use of thumbtacks spread on the floor of the ring by slamming each other onto the tacks. The result was just as bloody as you can imagine. I didn't see that match, but yeah, I can see where that's a very violent match. And it gives me good hope that the rest of the list is going to be good. Number 10, I love this match. I actually got to watch it. Shane O'Mac flying onto the Undertaker during WrestleMania 32. Shane McMahon has made a name for himself in WWE as a daredevil. The man is just unstoppable. There's no other way to explain the things he does. After all, there are not many other words fit for a man who will leap from the top of a 20-foot cage onto the announcer's table just so he can finish off The Undertaker. So that's exactly what Shane O'Mac did during WrestleMania 32. There was not much blood involved in this match, but the sheer violence of McMahon's fall was enough to earn him a spot on this list. And it was. That was extremely violent. Here's another Shane McMahon one at number 8. Leap of Faith at SummerSlam 2000. That's one of the most memorable moments of his career. The 20-foot drop at WrestleMania 32 was not the first time Shane McMahon decided to free fall from a ridiculous height. He did something similar back at SummerSlam 2000. McMahon climbed a steel structure trying to get away from Steve Blackman, who relentlessly chased him with a kendo stick onto the structure. While hanging on for dear life, McMahon suffered several blows, was ultimately not able to hang on, falling from the steel structure onto the concrete floor of the arena in what was probably one of the most painful moments of his career. Yeah, that was brutal.
I have returned.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and give you the 3 we've got so far.
Okay. Sorry, what was the list again?
10 most violent and bloody matches in WWE history.
Right. Was this the modern history, or was this the... Oh, no, we
Just
skipped them all. Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped that.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
After that second one,
I
couldn't do anymore.
It was ghastly. I don't even blame you at all.
Yeah. Number 10 was Chris Jericho and Dean Ambrose fighting on thumbtacks. Didn't say when that match was, but they were in a cage, thumbtacks, slamming each other onto the tacks. You know.
Yeah.
Good, violent, you know.
I always love when they brought the tacks in. And, you know that, when their adrenaline's pumping their middle of that match, chances of those tacks actually hurting are slim to none, but it still looks painful. You know what I mean? It's like,
after the fact, when they're pulling them out.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's when it hurts the most, is pulling them out of their ass or wherever else they're stuck after the match. Oh, can you imagine? Oh.
Yeah. Number 9 was WrestleMania 32. Shane McMahon versus Undertaker, with Shane doing that dive off the cage onto the announce table.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know.
I was surprised he did that, to be honest.
I was too, but at the same time,
Yeah, that's the thing.
Awesome moment.
It's too bad.
Shane,
I was just going to say, it's too bad Shane ended up having the ego problem he did, because, back in his heyday, he was more of a daredevil than he was a great wrestler, but, he was still the love for the business, and he would do whatever it took to get a rise into the crowd, and I did like that about him, but...
Oh, yeah, I'll be honest with you, I enjoyed watching Shane McMahon in the ring.
Yep. Not in the latter years, obviously, for many reasons and stuff we knew was going on backstage and everything else, but...
Yeah. But number 8 on the list is again Shane McMahon. The leap of faith at SummerSlam 2000.
Yeah,
him
no
versus
doubt.
Blackman. When he took the dive off of the structure onto the concrete.
I forget who it was that mentioned Blackman the other day. It might have been Christian Cool, but I got to agree, I was never really a big Blackman fan at all. Was he ever really over? I can't even remember. I don't
know if he was technically over.
At least by himself, maybe paired with somebody else, he might have got over with the crowd.
Him and Al Snow.
Had
a pretty good tag team together.
I think that was mostly because of Snow, though.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you, I liked Blackman. I really enjoyed watching Blackman in the ring.
That's another great wrestler we don't talk about, is Al Snow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
But Blackman, he to me always seemed like a legitimately dangerous man.
Oh yeah, well he was a great addition to like any hardcore division or something like that. But
yeah,
aside from that,
I just liked watching him in the ring. Now Al Snow, I love Al Snow.
Well, it's one of those weird things. I was just going to say, like, Al Snow is one of those guys that never really come up when you're talking about a list of great wrestlers from the past. Al Snow's one of the greatest wrestlers to ever lace up a pair of boots.
Yeah. And I've kind of talked about this a couple times before. But he admits that early on, he had his head up his ass.
Oh, he most definitely did.
Because, he got complaining that, he wasn't getting pushed and all this. Yet, later, he sits down and he looks at the amount of time he was on the TV in that time period.
Yeah.
And he was getting more screen time than just about anybody.
Yeah, no, he was, yep.
But he himself says, I had my head up my ass. I guess Shawn Michaels came to him or something, and he blew Shawn Michaels off. And then somebody else had come to him, he blew them off, because he was pissed off.
Yeah.
And, though I gotta say, Cactus Jack is the one who really saved
David Scott, how dare you put on a good show? We dare. What's going on? What's going on, Froggy? And it has been a good show. The action has been absolutely elite tonight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and... Hey, Froggy, you broke my brain. I was trying to read one of your,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
shit.
Cans.
Good God, Froggy. I think you broke everybody's brain with that trash can post. Recuperating after a walk.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm healthy. Ooh. Britt Baker with a vicious stomp.
Oh, here's another great match. Number 7, Eddie Guerrero versus JBL, Judgment Day 2004.
Yeah. That was an awesome match.
This is the list that the other one should have been.
Yeah. Damn right. That was a tremendous match. JBL, Eddie Guerrero, awesome.
You know, great example of why WWE has decided to ban activities like blading. Even old school wrestling fans who are used to blood were left stunned by the volume of scarlet liquid gushing out from Eddie after a little blading went wrong. There was so much blood on his face that an unaware viewer flipping through channels might think they'd stumbled on a horror movie like Carrie, not a wrestling match. Yeah, it was, I mean. Number 6 is another Shane McMahon moment. I'm going to let you guys take a guess. What moment is number 6?
Kurt Angle versus Shane.
You still there, Archer?
He's my guess.
Here are your winners and still the
I don't know, but I bet he went to great pains to finish.
Wrestling Champion.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Well, there we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, and still the YTD Academy Women's Tag Team Wrestling Champions, and they are still double champions. From Team Joe Link, Britt Baker DMD, and Dangerous Amber Extreme, the Outlaws are still your tag team champions.
Oh, yeah. And, yep, you guys pretty well figured it out. The next one on the list is the Kurt Angle, Shane McMahon, King of the Ring 2001.
All right, and before we get to that, the next match of the night, ladies and gentlemen, for the YTD Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Championship, this is a Chamber of Pain matchup. So unlike a regular Elimination Chamber style matchup, the only way to win the match is to knock out your opponents. And look at the Vixen villains in this chaotic matchup. We have Akira Blade, one of the newest sensations in the YTD Academy, and of course, part of the newest tag team, the New Millennia, who have already picked up their first victory in the tag team division in YTD Academy. We've got the Viking Rose Brewer, the winningest superstar of all time in the Archerverse history. We have Erica Ann Smith, and of course, before we forget, Team Distinct Cone, the managerial team behind the Viking, the brilliant superstar that she is. Erica Ann Smith from Team Christian Cool, already a multiple-time champion. We have Cheryl O'Grady, who's already been the United States champion and already had some success in the YTD Academy as well. We have, of course, Sinister Fiend, the She-Fiend, better known as, and she is looking for redemption tonight because, of course, Alexa Bliss took that title away from her. Alexa putting the championship on the line. Who do you guys think is walking out? The YTD Academy Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Champion, Chamber of Pain. Let's go.
Rose Brewer.
You're going with the Viking?
Oh,
What about you guys? What do you guys? Who are you guys going with? Oh, we got some bromancing going on in the chat room. How sweet it is. And speaking of Rose Brewer, here she comes, Glenola.
I gotta go with my team and pick Alexa.
Link says, I got to go with my team and pick Alexa. Lola already went with the Viking. I, too, want to go with the Viking here for some reason. I think Lola is on to something. And we, of course, know that the Viking Rose Brewer is well rested up after taking the week off, is hungry and ready to go, so there's that. Winningest champion and superstar ever.
That's what I was just about to mention. I mean, there's a reason she's the winningest superstar.
You know, the thing with Rose Brewer is she comes up huge in such big situations, you know? She's always done that.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And almost, almost always when she loses a match, it's usually in some multi-woman matchup.
Yeah.
And here she comes, the reigning defending YTD Academy Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Champion from Team Joe Link, Alexa Bliss. Absolutely phenomenal matches tonight for the final day of, and now we're into the evening of championship matches here at the Archerverse, whether it be YTD Academy, Wrestle Wars, or Starrcade. This week is the final push, so as you know, no championship matches in the final week of the month. Grudge matches, faction wars, and feuding only. We're going to make sure we turn up the heat and add some fuel to the fire as we get closer and closer to the second annual Halloween Havoc. But it's been an exciting night. Some fantastic matches tonight. Truly.
Yeah, I mean, of course, every night has fantastic matches when it comes to the Archerverse.
And I believe as of right now, we have but just one new champion, correct? Everybody else has retained their title.
I think so.
I believe so, yeah. Andre the Giant became the new Legends champion, of course. But both Pure Wrestling champions defended their titles. Froggy says, yeah, I can't bet against Rose. You know, there's somebody, I'll be honest, and I don't know why I say this. I really have, there's not even any correlation, but I'm surprised Rose Brewer's never been approached by the Wolfpack, really, honestly, truly.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
No, me neither. That's what I'm saying.
You know, but it could be, I'm just throwing this out there not knowing, that they wanted to make sure there's at least some competition.
Interesting point.
Fair.
You know.
Froggy says, interesting point. It is an interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't have anything to correlate the two, you know, but I just feels like I'm saying the Wolfpack would be a good fit for Rose Brewer, I always thought. Imagine this. Imagine this. The Viking Rose Brewer and the Anomaly Tia Stevens forming a tag team.
Oh.
Working as a unit. Two of the most destructive forces in the women's division. One mostly ran on Wrestle Wars and the other on Starrcade. I understand this. But that said, what they did to both divisions, imagine together working as a unit in the tag team division. Now, again, that would mean that they would both have to come together on the same roster. I understand that as well. But I'm just saying, what if? What if? I mean, how awesome would that be? Yeah, Froggy says Titans of divisions. They most certainly are. Tia Stevens has a huge history with the Archerverse now.
Tia Stevens had a huge history when she started, I mean.
Right, like she started with a bang, seriously.
Didn't she have a first title, like, fourth match or something?
Yeah, third or fourth. And speaking of dominant, here comes one of the most feared women on the roster today. She-Fiend, the former Grand Prix Wrestling Champion, is definitely going to be looking for redemption here tonight. I'm sure she would have preferred a one-on-one matchup, but at the same time, does she care? I feel like She-Fiend and the Fiend would be much of the same mentality as a War of the Machine or an Alan Severn. I mean, as long as they get in there and make that's all they care, their day is fulfilled. You know, and it is scary. You know, when you think about it, it is scary when you have superstars that are willing to go to war. They don't even care if they win. And then they're banging down management door looking for that next matchup. You know, usually it's only people that are on a winning streak or happen to be a champion. Constantly speaking with management as much as the Wolfpack always has.
Yeah, it's a great way to have a fun night. Go out there, you kick some ass, you go back, drink some brews, maybe play a little poker.
Strip poker. Can you imagine?
Not
War of the Machine and Alan Severn and Carino Farmer playing strip poker. I mean, that is a seriously scary and disturbing thought, but...
No. It's Wolfpack poker.
Wolfpack poker.
Where everybody's cheating.
Speaking of Wolfpack poker... Well, actually, not speaking of Wolfpack poker, but seriously, there are rumors, and this is legitimate. I mean, you can Google this shit. There are rumors that the Wolfpack and Vinny K have some serious beef backstage to do with politics and other such things. There's apparently there is a lot of bad blood between Vinny K and the Wolfpack over in WCW going on. I mean, I don't really know what's going on. This is like within the last week this information has came in, and there's not a whole lot of details around it surrounding the fact other than that apparently Vinny K is really unimpressed with the Wolfpack, and it seems like the feelings are mutual because apparently the Wolfpack and Vinny K are going back via emails and phone calls. Now, I don't know if there's contractual issues, if they're looking to re-ink contracts, or I don't know what's going on, but just the simple fact that the Wolfpack and Vinny K are clashing over on Starrcade, it's intriguing, isn't it? It's like, what is going on there? What is going to come out of that? I mean, what is that going to affect things moving forward with the Wolfpack, any decisions made, the show itself? Because let's face it, the Wolfpack always one of the biggest parts of any Starrcade show. So it's very interesting, isn't it? That's very interesting.
I don't know a lot. Now,
Froggy says backstage beef, imagine. Yeah, because, there's been no information lately about the Wolfpack being involved in altercations outside the ring. None.
Yeah, but this is the first I'm hearing of beef, though. I have heard that lawyers for certain members of the Wolfpack have been talking with lawyers for Vinny K. I don't know the details at this time. This is a little more than rumor, and hopefully I don't get my ass kicked for revealing that much.
I mean, I was just going to say, are you like... Are you... you know what? I'm just not going to say anything that way you don't drag me down with you. You're not dragging me down. You know what? Drag Froggy down with you. He's interested. Look, he's talking all about it.
But yeah, I will say the Wolfpack poker is one of the funnest games around because it's who can cheat the best.
Who can cheat the best? Wow, shock. Real shocker there.
It's literally, it isn't if they're cheating, it's, okay, who's going the biggest?
That is ghastly. Wolfpack poker. So explain Wolfpack poker to us. I mean, what kind of poker is it? Is it like a 5-card stud? Is it like a Texas Hold'em? What kind of poker is it?
Usually either Texas Hold'em or just a 5-card draw.
Nice.
Rules are set at the table, but it's literally try to cheat the biggest and not get caught.
Joe Link says maybe it's copyright infringement lawyers, because if the claim of Wolfpack Championship Wrestling.
It's like, that could be. I don't know.
Now the thing is, though, right? Did Severn and his family, did the Wolfpack own the rights to that name? I mean, Wolfpack Championship Wrestling is not something that has ever been utilized by any former company or any, lesser promotion.
Even Froggy's started got it right. Stuff like Marcus and Tia running distractions
for each other, 7
cards.
Right?
Uno cards. You never know what's going to appear. It's
great.
one of the greatest games ever.
Looking for a game of chess, and you end up right in the middle of Chinese checkers.
Well, it hasn't been hidden, but the Wolfman did have his own wrestling promotion.
Okay, that's new.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever spoken about that before. I mean, how long has the Wolfman and your team been around?
It's been mentioned a time or two.
About the Wolfman owning a wrestling promotion?
Yeah.
I don't recall such a conversation. Although I guess you're not necessarily speaking about a conversation we had. So there's that.
There's been mention, but it's like just kind of an off, here or there something mentioned, Nothing, not a huge discussion. Though,
wow, Sheefied has been eliminated by Erica Ann Smith via submission. Wow.
Elijah Archer was aware of it.
Elijah Archer was aware of it. Interesting that my client knew something. How is this always happening? You know what I mean? Like, look at the other week when he got right back involved with the Bloodline. Who knew he was going to do that? Then there's this week. This week he just runs off with Alan Severn and the Wolfpack and interferes with Carino Farmer. I mean, it really is crazy. It really is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what if there was autograph signings, interviews, radio spot? I mean, here he is running over to Starrcade. I mean, who knows what he's going to do tonight? I mean, I understand he's already had his match, but what like that stopped him lately? Showing up and winning matches he's not even a part. He's joining War of the Machine. I mean, him and War of the Machine, the only people in history to win matches they're not even a part of. I mean, now, granted, at least War of the Machines was an actual happening. Let's face it, Alan Severn, the Wolfman, set up Carino Farmer as an initiation process, so that doesn't even count. That does not count.
Yeah. Yeah. And Carino Farmer, as I've said, did not lose the match.
Has Farmer and Archer ever faced each other? I don't even know.
I don't think they have one-on-one.
I don't think they have one-on-one either, I'll be honest.
Now, in part because Archer's afraid of Carino Farmer.
Well, I mean, who is not afraid of Carino Farmer?
Well,
except for maybe War of the Machine, apparently. I mean, let's face it, I mean, I saw the vignette, and War of the Machine had Carino Farmer right by the throat. Archer sitting there asking for a glass of water while War of the Machine just hanging on to Farmer like he's a doll. It was rather amusing. But how shocking was that moment, Archer? I mean, we all know that Archer. There's history with Archer and Severn. They have a mutual respect. They've done favors for each other in the past. Those that know. Those that didn't, well, now you do know. So, but it was still shocking. It's been a long time, and suddenly, and War of the Machine just stood there and watched over everything like a hawk to make sure Alan Severn's plan went accordingly, and they did, because Archer totally caught Farmer by surprise, off guard, and out of his element. And man, again, I've never felt sorry for Carino Farmer because he is a fucking beast of a man, but I felt sorry for him in the moment just because, man, did they get him good. They got him good. Wow.
That has to be one of the big moments in Archerverse history.
Oh, Alexa Bliss just landed with nobody home. That had to hurt. I'm pretty sure I just saw her intestines flop out her ass cheeks. Better suck those back up. Wow.
But, yeah, I put that in there, at least as in the Wolf Pack. I put that as almost on the level of the Soul Man, the Wolf Man. You know?
Yeah. Well,
you know, for memorable moments.
Yeah. Well, for memorable moments, yeah. I mean, if you're talking sheer violence and, I mean, I don't know if anything tops that at all.
Oh, I didn't say topped. I just said it's, you know. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Crazy. A lot of crazy happenings. I mean, things are really shifting into high gear, that is for damn sure, as we approach this Sunday's Second Annual Halloween Havoc. I mean, there's a lot of great happenings. Like I said, episode 400 Wednesday, we got Halloween Havoc, the Second Annual Halloween Havoc on Sunday. Next month, the month of November, the very first ever. Whoa, Erica Ann Smith did it again. She eliminated the champion. We are guaranteed a brand new champion here tonight. Wow, Erica Ann Smith is on fucking fire tonight. Whoa! Big flying crossbody to the outside, landed on that steel platform with the Viking. This is crazy. The crowd is on their feet. But anyways, our very first ever YTD Academy stream preview will be next month. And then, of course, the superstars of Starrcade and Wrestle Wars will be back in action for the second annual Slammiversary pay-per-view, stream preview. Shame on me, I should ban myself. How dare I? Ghastly. Disgusting. Horrific. Anyways, our first ever stream preview for YTD Academy. It is going to be a fire show and a lot of fun. It's going to be exciting times as we head into the second annual Slammiversary stream preview, which incidentally is our final show of the year. And it will be, unlike other stream previews, which is the end of every month, the Slammiversary stream preview will be in the middle of December, before Christmas break. Last year we contended with Christmas and New Year's. We still had a very successful show, especially for our very first ever Slammiversary. But had we had it a couple weeks prior to that, it probably would have crack-a-lacked just a little better. So this year, for the second annual Slammiversary stream preview, we're going to make sure the electricity is flowing at a rapid rate. And it's going to be a big show. Big show. A lot going to go down. Next couple months are going to be huge. Appreciate Archer stream. That is not funny. Give me one moment. I have business to tend to.
Archer's PP. It will be 100 times.
It is not funny. It is not funny. This is not Twitch. There is no villainy here at the Shark Tank. How dare all of you?
No Shark Tank would commit villainy.
Okay. Number 167. Hashtag appreciate Archer stream per view is now on the list.
Emoji smiling face with hello.
Thank you very much, Glenol. I appreciate that. All right, back to business. Hashtag Archer PP. Why do you want to see my PP? Froggy wants to take a peek at PP. It will be 100 teraamps. Sharks are pure souls. I mean, Froggy, you should, dive into the Atlantic and go have a little bit of a swim with the great white sharks and give one a big hug for us. I would, these days, considering recent news that's been circulating, I would be very careful doing that because apparently the orcas, they like to apparently snack on great white sharks these days. Apparently great white sharks no longer the apex predators in the ocean. It is now the orcas. So while you're giving the great white shark a big hug, hopefully you're taking a selfie while doing that. We do want the screenshot of that. But I'd be watching it for those orcas. You might find out that you become a snack with that great white shark, and that could, really become a hindrance on your wrestling career. Just saying. Mostly if you die and all get eaten.
True.
Although it would save us money, we no longer have to pay your contract. So there's that.
No. You didn't see the death clause, did you, Archer?
It was supposed to be PPV, but my Freudian slipped. Hashtag hug a shark. Hashtag free a willy.
But it's in all the Wolfpack's contracts that if they die, the rest of their contract is paid out to the Wolfman.
To the Wolfman, isn't that nice? The Wolfman is capitalizing on the death of his faction members. Wow.
We got to pay for the party somehow.
That's insane. Did you guys hear that? Froggy, did you hear that? If you die, your paycheck and anything to do with your estate goes to Alan Severn.
So, this way we can afford the proper wake.
I'm all for saving money, Froggy says.
The cases of whiskey get expensive.
Seems most of their next of kin anyway.
And he's got a point. He's most of their next of kin anyways.
Wow.
But no. You figure the cost of the boat, launching the boat, setting the boat on fire from a distance.
Yeah, well, I suppose.
Then you got all the whiskey, the barbecue,
Can you guys believe we are down to Erica Ann Smith, Akira Blade, and Cheryl O'Grady here? What a fucking Chamber of Pain match this has been. And this might be the longest lasting Chamber of Pain match, by the way. Chamber of Pain matches, historically speaking, are generally quite quick. I mean, knocking out your opponent clearly sometimes a lot harder than it would seem. Froggy says, not one I read thoroughly, apparently.
As true warriors, the Wolves deserve the Viking funeral.
Joe Link says, man, what kind of contract does Froggy have? I know, right? All of his estate and his paychecks upon death go to the Wolfman Alan Severn. I mean, who the hell signs a contract like that? Holy Jesus, did anybody see that? She slid across the ring and then jump kicked O'Grady right in the face. That was absolute savagery.
But, okay, real quick, so we can maybe get through this before the show, before this episode ends.
I suppose we're down to the final couple matches, aren't we?
Yeah, number 6 is Kurt Angle throwing Shane McMahon through the windows at King of the Ring 2001.
Oh, yes.
You know, what can be said that hasn't already been said about that match?
Yeah.
You know? That is one of the most brutal matches I've ever seen. Number 5, Triple H versus Cactus Jack, Royal Rumble 2000. I believe,
Oh, threw her right into the pond. What a savage. Bounced her off the turnbuckle and into the ring. Akira Blade is a beast.
You know, it doesn't say, but I believe that was the one in the Hell in a Cell, wasn't it, Archer?
Sorry, which one again?
Cactus Jack, Triple H, Royal Rumble 2000.
I want to say, yeah, that was a Hell in a Cell matchup.
I'm thinking that was one for Cactus Jack's career.
Yeah, I think it was. I think you're right about that. It doesn't say?
But it does say there was a bunch of weapons used in as many vicious ways as any fan could ask for, with the cherry on top coming.
How is that a surprise, though?
Jack.
Considering there's weapons in a Hell in a Cell match, how is that a surprise to even make noteworthy? You know what I mean? Weird. Anyway.
But it's when he pedigree Cactus Jack into the thumbtacks, you know,
Ooh.
to end the match. That was just...
Yeah.
Number 4 was Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, Hell in a Cell 2002. And that was another one that was... Yeah, that was brutal.
Wow, look at Akira Blade here. Oh, fuck! Look at that! Knocked her out cold! I mean, that is the point of the matchup. So the winner of the match, ladies and gentlemen, and new YTD Academy Grand Prix Wrestling Champion, Akira Blade.
Wow.
From Team Sir Exiled Whiskey. Of course, Alicia Blade, the partner in crime of Akira Blade, they've also become active in the women's tag team division, YTD Academy, and have already picked up their first victory. So you can expect great things from Akira and now Alicia Blade. But Akira Blade, wow! Winner of the Chamber of Pain and your new Grand Prix Wrestling Champion. That is awesome. All right, up next, ladies and gentlemen, the co-main event of the evening is for the YTD Submission Wrestling Championship. Triple Threat Sub-Eliminator. Tony Stone, AJ Styles, and Kyle Riley. We got Team Life is Great going head-to-head with AJ Styles, and, of course, Tony Stone coming. What is Tony Stone's camp's name again? We got so many streamer teams.
I don't remember.
I know it's I mean, I know, but it's slipping my mind. I'm just gonna look at Inked Contract. That's the easiest way.
I was about.
I feel like it's Shadows. Yeah, it is. It's YT Shadows. Okay. How dare we forget Shadows? He is going to rib us for that. Oh my God, as soon as he hears this VOD or shows up and somebody tells him, Shadows, they forgot who your streamer team was. He is going to be mortified. But anyways, Team YT Shadows taking on Team Life is Great, and of course AJ Styles. Kyle Roddy putting that submission championship on the line. He's a multiple-time submission champion, and he does not want that title to leave his grasp. Who do you guys think is walking out the champion? I am going with, you know what? I'm going with Tony Stone. I'm going with Tony Stone on this one.
I'm going to go with the Cryptid.
You're going with Cryptid?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Cryptid.
All right. Well, I mean, that's not a terrible choice. There's a reason he's the champion, been multiple-time champion, and multiple-time submission champion. Now, to be fair, Glenola and I are not overlooking AJ Styles. We realize he is the phenomenal one, and he is very capable of winning this matchup. But considering recent happenings, the motivations of both Kyle O'Reilly, you know.
And I'll be honest with you, I loved AJ Styles in TNA. I thought he was one of the greats.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know, I haven't been that overly impressed with WWE. It just he doesn't grab me like he did in the TNA.
Missed a lot then, because he's had a lot of phenomenal matches. Yeah, like, he's a multiple-time champion, he's U.S. champion, IC champion, WWE he's already, technically, he's accomplished more in WWE than he did in TNA.
Yeah, but he grabbed me more in TNA.
That's because he was allowed to let loose in TNA. You know? Yeah. Oh, he was also a little younger, too, though. I mean, he very much has scaled back, I guess, a little bit what he does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still phenomenal in the ring. I'm not saying he's not. But he's definitely scaled back. But I got to tell you, he is very happy with his positioning, so I'm happy for him either way. But I agree, AJ Styles in TNA was the best wrestler in the world.
You know, I'd also him and his matches with and alongside Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel.
The Fallen Angel, yep.
You know,
love Christopher Daniels.
Either facing each other or as a tag team, were just top notch. You know, and
how dare you, Froggy? There would be no YT Bucks. It would be Archer versus Bucks. Somebody ban Froggy Mothlegs, please. Oh wait. Yeah, never mind. We're on YouTube. Somebody say something rude to Froggy Mothlegs, please. How dare you put ban Archer? Number 168, hashtag ban Archer, is now on the list. Take that.
Okay, I said it.
Something rude at Froggy Mothlegs.
Isn't that what you said?
That is not funny, Froggy. That is not funny. There is nothing amusing about that. How dare you? The undisputed submission wrestling champion from the YTD Academy, from Team Life is Great, Psychosis, Kyle O'Reilly.
Something thankful for all of Archer's hard work.
Alrighty.
Something thankful for all of Hart.
Alright, number 3 on the list, The Rock bashing Mankind, Royal Rumble 1999. That is, I'm surprised that isn't in the top 2, for most violent matches. Was it 20 plus chair shots to the head?
Pardon me if I'm not busy for a moment.
Oh. Now,
number 169, something thankful for all of Archer's hard work, is now on the list. Thank you. Froggy says, cryptid the Kyle. The one and only. It is not funny, Joe Link. How dare you entertain the antics?
Number 2, and I can see now why the Mankind Rock was at number 3. Because number 2 is Edge vs. Mick Foley, WrestleMania 22, which involved flaming tables. Chair shots, throwing each other against props, body slams, thumbtacks, and the spectacle of Edge putting Foley through a table covered in fire.
Joe Link says almost 170 banned words. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm just grabbing myself a beverage.
Okay.
all about making use of your surroundings. You can't take anything in the environment for granted. And proving a bit slippery for them there. Snap suplex, very effective. DDT. What a forearm.
Ultra celebration for the week.
Kick to the face. Samurai driver. Absolutely spot DDT. And the corner he goes, a perfectly placed target. Boom, what a right. Great wherewithal on the counter. The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now.
Oh. Beautiful.
To behold. Take a picture while you can, everyone.
Yeah.
Eating up some damage.
They could have just gone back and forth between them. You know.
Styles taking it by surprise.
Okay. As I was going to say, the number one on the list is if it could be any other match. Undertaker, Mankind, King of the Ring, 1998.
Caught square by the haymaker.
Yeah.
This looks like the setup. The champ is... Oh, look at the start.
The match that even non-wrestling fans know.
He's got it locked in. It's locked in. Now would be a wise time to submit. Look at this. He let it go. Curious decision there, Michael. Whatever's playing here can't be good. Getting tossed. Able to reverse that one. Hoisted up on their shoulders. Death Valley driver. The springboard attack fails to land. Oh, a combination. Enziguri. Beautiful teamwork. Sent into the corner. Oh, foot just stomping down. He switches it back around. Oh, yeah. Let's just all take a moment to truly appreciate and embrace his presence. With the last
Oh man, this is a great match.
Styles is trying to hold on. Styles is trying to fight it. And he releases the hold. I don't think he had it fully locked in.
Ooh, great counter.
Oh, look out. Check this out. DDT. Good night. The title's in jeopardy. Oh, soon he could be seen in submission here. After everything these two men have been through, will it end like this? Will it end with a submission tap out? His body might give out at this point. A single leg camel clutch and a great counter. Got him set up in the corner of the ring. Definitely not where you want to be right now. Just carried like a ragdoll here. Hooked up, driven down. And a counter by Styles. Wow, look at this, just cranking it out. Just cranking the head. Now's the time to find that second win. Find that rush of adrenaline to push you forward. Ooh, accurate roundhouse. That was nasty. But his will to win is simply too strong. There will be no tap. He let it go. Yeah, I wonder why.
But I just trying to twist the head off.
Ooh, I was worried about Homie for a sec.
And here we go. Locked in. It's locked in. Into an armbar. Submission move locked in.
Ooh.
Styles is trying to hold on.
Styles clash. I will say that is. I love that move. I thought that was such a cool looking move.
And just like that, he's out of the hold. Well, that's one way to leave the ring.
Though honestly. Yeah, we talked about Christopher Daniels. I love the Angel's wings.
And up the turnbuckles we go. Styles a step ahead. Look at him totally fighting with the WWE Universe like,
Ooh, caught him in the Styles clash.
an extreme amount of pressure.
In mid-air, that's...
There is no doubt surrender is imminent. And he chooses to let go of the hold. But just the amount of time he was in that submission
All right.
could be very significant. These superstars must be feeding off the WWE Universe. This place is starting to rock.
And DDT. Yep.
Incredible athleticism. Great reversal. Oh my goodness. And that one misses the mark. Check this out. DDT. Good night. We can have a new champion. He could be looking for a submission here. Wearing that area down here. AJ Styles is in trouble. And Styles now. Is he going to tap out? And he may have felt his grip slipping, so he releases the hold. Still was able to produce some considerable damage there. Gets cracked by the overhand. Reversal. Can they go on the attack? And he's able to reverse. Looks like he has his finger on the trigger now.
Return. Sorry about that. I had decided
back.
to brew a coffee,
Ah.
but I didn't realize that after waiting for several minutes, there was actually no water in the maker. So I was like, "What's going on here?" Wow, come back in great timing. Look at that. Kyle O'Reilly has eliminated Tony Stone from Team YT Shadows. Down to AJ Styles and Psychosis. The psychotic one and the phenomenal one. Who walks out the champion?
Response to AJ there.
Hold on.
Wait a second.
Whoa! Pele kick right to the face of AJ Styles.
In this arena, it's pandemonium, Cole.
Psychosis scoops him up into the fireman's carry. Oh! Driver by Psychosis. Kyle O'Reilly's going upstairs. Air Riley taken to the skies. Yeah. Submission locked in. AJ's in trouble. And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this submission match, and still the YTD Academy Submission Wrestling Champion from Team Life is Great, Psychosis, Kyle Riley.
And that one was
Wow. What the hell? Why are we talking about Tim Horton? What did I miss?
Canadian coffee, I'm guessing?
Archer's Celebration Party Week. That is not funny.
No, that's serious.
I'm good with those women. I'm still amazed why.
Oh, and just to let you know, Archer, the top two was
Nice win, 13 live.
Edge versus Foley at WrestleMania 22.
Interesting.
And number one could have been no other match. Taker, Mankind, King of the Ring, 98.
Yeah.
I mean, there was never any doubt what
No,
number one was going to be.
not even a little bit.
But it was an awesome list.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, just to inform you, Glenola, number 170, Archer Celebration Party Week is now on the list. Thank you very much, sir. But the final match of the night, the main event of the evening for the YTD Grand Prix Wrestling Championship, it is a cellophane match. It is Freight Train Frank Miller from Team France with 2 L's taking on the former YTD Grand Prix champion, the Terror Johnny Braddock from Team The Turret Man, Karrion Kross, the Wolfman Alan Severn from Team Glenola, and of course the reigning defending champion from Team Tiliana Pierce, Big Money Marcus Stevens putting his title on the line. Let's go, and then of course we'll see each other next Wednesday night. Not sure the time yet. We'll have to check my work schedule. I will let you know, so stay tuned for that. But it will be episode number 400 on the episode of the Archerverse Wrestle Wars. You don't want to miss it. It is going to be an absolute fire evening and an absolute good time. Reminiscing, discussing past shows and stream previews, etc. So it is going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But that'll be our next scheduled show. There will be no shows in between. I will be on Glenola stream and Woozy stream and anybody else that happens to be streaming, possibly even on their broadcast, but I will not be doing any shows until Wednesday, episode 400. Episode CD. But here we go, main event of the evening. Let's go. Looks like Karrion Kross making his way to the ring first. And Glenola, I'm just going to be 2 seconds. I just have to check on a little tiny mini sheet.
Alrighty. Yeah, and Poindexter actually got the Wolfman to dress up.
And end at a tight 6-0 nil. Outdated humor. Lol. We're glad to see Wolfie playing along. Very outdated. LOL.
The Wolfman is the dead man.
Yeah.
The following contest is a fatal 5-way Hell in a Cell match and is for the Internet Grand Prix Wrestling Championship.
The time has come to fall and pray.
representing the NWO Wolfpack from parts unknown, weighing in at 261 pounds, Wolfman
OMG.
Allen Severn.
Remember, guys, the title's on the line here in this one.
And I don't remember the last time the champ was in this much jeopardy, Cole. Tonight might just be the night the title changes hands.
Freaking amazing laugh.
I returned. Ooh, just in time to see the Wolfman making his grand entrance. Of course, paying homage to the legendary Undertaker.
Yeah, that's...
And a role model, so to speak, if he was to actually have such a thing, would be, of course, what we would consider the Undertaker to Severn.
Oh, yeah, and it's...
Virtual you, virtual you, virtual you, virtual you.
Yeah. It is a great one, you know.
Emoji ghost, emoji ghost, emoji ghost, emoji ghost. Elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow cough.
And there he is, the Terror, Johnny Braddock from Demolition, from Team The Turret Man. He is, of course, the reigning, defending, undisputed Archerverse World Champion. He did actually hold the Grand Prix Wrestling Championship as well until Marcus Stevens took that title from him.
You're right, Michael, and judging from the response on social media heading into this match, we're likely to see a new champ crowned.
You know, this match has got some amazing competitors in it.
He's got a good chance of becoming the new champion tonight, and the WWE Universe is buzzing about it.
Oh, what do you think, Little? Who takes this match? Who's winning the final match of the night? Who's walking home with the Grand Prix Wrestling Championship?
Now, what's the stipulation in this match? Single fall? Is it an elimination?
I believe that it is elimination. Yeah, it's a Fatal 5 eliminator.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Wolfman.
But I think it's a Cell of Pain as well, so...
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to go with the Wolfman on it.
Okay. The Wolfman is definitely due for a breakout match. Imagine being the one where he's against one of his own faction members. Now, of course, Marcus Stevens and the Wolfman have never had the same connection in the business as he did with, say, Team Froggy Mothlegs and others, but they are still faction members. Marcus Stevens leads the Wolfpack Wrestle Wars.
Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, you know, Wolfman has a lot of respect for Stevens. Stevens shown himself to be, you know, one of the best. I mean, he earned his position in the Wolfpack.
No, I don't take anything away from Marcus Stevens. I was just saying that I don't think he's, he doesn't have the same connection with Stevens, I don't think, as he did with Poindexter and Ephraim and, some of the other members.
Well, Ephraim is the asshole. Wolfman tolerated him up until recently for Poindexter. No, there's history there.
Yeah.
However, with Poindexter's family. Poindexter's Wolfman's nephew.
Yeah, that's true.
Marcus,
it took a long time for us all to, it took us a long time for us all to put that together because it was always stated very vaguely right? It was documented very vaguely over time before it finally fully came out. I believe it was Team Froggy Mothlegs that finally spilt the beans on that whole thing.
I think so, but it wasn't hidden. It just, you know, you just had to look below the surface. Yeah, but yeah, Poindexter too had to earn his place, and you know. You know, the Wolfpack ain't just handed to anybody.
No, absolutely not. I agree. Yeah, no. And again, I mean, obvious respect from Severn to Stevens. He put Stevens in charge of the Wolfpack Wrestle Wars, right? So there's that as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't taking anything away from his accolades or his accomplishments, I was just saying I just feel like there's a different, you know, when it comes to going to battle with Stevens, it might be on a different level than it would be against, say, if he was to be forced to face Poindexter or Ephraim, or is what I meant by that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. With Poindexter,
look at Severn going right for a fucking sledgehammer here. Right for a sledgehammer. Oh! Braddock got a hold of it, though. Nailed Stevens with it. Hey, look at this. Stevens going to battle with the Wolfman. Chaos already ensuing in that cell.
You know, that's one thing. People might think, you know, well, favoritism, you know. No.
None.
When it comes to
they don't play those games.
You know, if you don't fight, you're toast.
Right?
Yeah, Price is right. Severn will mess up anyone. You know, he's in there for the fight. I mean, we keep going back to it, but he pretty well proved he's in it for the fight when it was him and the Soul Man went at it. You know.
Wow.
I mean, most people getting thrown off of a semi once. Okay, I'm done. Go ahead, pin me. You know, count me out. Whatever. You know, I'm done. Nah. Let's go ahead and climb back up there for 3 more times.
Right. And proceeded to do so, and to have the Soul Man, Jay Simmons, toss his ass back off the semi-truck each and every time.
And then finally give up and get the count out by the... I honestly think that if Simmons had come back to fight the Wolfman probably would have gotten back up before the 10 count.
Yeah, quite possibly. And speaking of, you know, historical things, I just want to bring up a fact again that Team Joe Link managed to break an Archerverse record that had been standing strong since the Archerverse 1.0. Nobody had done it. Actually, we didn't even think it was possible up to this point, because there was 2 records. Now, to be fair, we can't remember now who held which record, but the then Falcon became the Eagle Robert Rage, right? And the OG Kurt Jordan from Team KJ2294, they both had matches, and one won a match in 12 seconds, the other won a match in 14 seconds. Now, we think the OG Kurt Jordan was the winner of the 12-second match, but either way, those records we thought would be long-standing, unbroken records. And the phenomenal Joe Lincoln managed to beat the record by tapping out Vader in 9 seconds.
Which, yeah. Now, the only thing Kurt Jordan got on over that is the fact that it was his debut match.
Yeah, it was.
You know. And that's not taking anything away from, you know, Joe Lincoln. I'm just saying, you know, at least he set his record on his debut. That, you know, still is a huge accomplishment in and of itself.
Ooh, big elbow to the sternum there by Severn. Did you see that? Right in the bread basket.
Oh, yeah.
Big. No, I thought that was big money. That is the freight train Frank Miller going to work with that sledgehammer. My God, the chaos in there, Glenola. Could you imagine trying to ref this thing?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it does not upset me at all that I am not a referee. Especially in this match.
Yeah,
the
this
beasts
is the kind
in there.
of match, you know, where you get outside. Yeah. Oh, this isn't the cellophane.
No, it's not. It's a regular. Oh!
No,
What?
It wasn't even an eliminator.
It was a single fall cell match.
What?
Wow,
But Marcus Stevens legitimately pinned the Wolfman to retain his title.
He did. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting, ladies and gentlemen? Marcus Stevens pins the Wolfman to win this thing. And by the way, I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be a Cell of Pain matchup. Not really sure what happened there either. I think there's been some fuckery here by the Wolfpack is what I'm... My God, is there anything else that they are going to be up to lately? There is a whole lot of shenanigans. Oh my God. But what a great show. Episode number 399 in the books, folks. Thanks for being here as always. YTD Academy episode number 6 is over and out. We'll see each other Wednesday night, and again, stay tuned for the time. Episode number 400. It is going to be a lot of fun. It is going to be awesome, and in advance, Glenola is going to crinkle things in our ear, is what's going to be in advance. But in advance, I just want to say thank you to everybody, all of you, for making the Archiverse such a fun place to be, even for myself. I look forward to it all the time. 400 episodes because of all of you animals. But we'll see each other Wednesday night. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay. I got to tell you guys, please get the fuck out. Goodbye.